You do find that all of the adventurers have returned back to you early, as apparently when they were wandering around doing whatever they were doing for the night, and they all look tired. Apparently, they got enough of a pulse to know that they either need to stay near you or freaking bolt. And apparently, enough of them convinced the rest that they're all staying near you.
All right.
So,
Okay.
what is the rest of you guys doing while Rowley is setting up the speech in town?
And I'm gonna be. I want to clarify. I'm not going to be. I wanted to gather people not in like the center of town. I don't want this to be like an announcement thing.
The outskirts.
The outskirts of town. It's basically like a. I'm not trying to convince other people this. I'm trying to pitch my idea to the people I think I have a chance with. So I don't need the whole fucking town to hear it.
So on the edge of town, basically.
Yeah.
Or on the edge of this center, I suppose. The edge of town would be a long walk. So.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I don't want to do it in the fucking plaza, basically.
Right in front of the place where the man was murdered horribly.
So what about
Oh god.
what about Drake Z and Amelia? If they're doing anything this
spend my
morning.
time telling the townsfolk that an incredibly important announcement is going on at the outskirts of town.
Fuck you.
You're a bad person. And it's very funny.
All right. Well, that'll get definitely some people to go do that.
I'm gonna watch.
No, Amelia doesn't even know about it.
I'm watching the church.
Okay. Yeah, so you would have noticed the people going in and out, by the way, last night too.
I may not have been here for when that was mentioned.
All right. Yeah, there were like about a dozen or so people that came in and out of the church.
Just like civilians or like.
Yeah, civilians, farmers, etc. No soldiers.
Gotcha.
Or rather, no one dressed up in soldier's garb.
I need to quickly gather up all my fucking
goons.
goons.
I forgot actually. I wanted to have something, so we're gonna roll a little bit back. During the night rally, you do actually see something odd, as you see flash of some sort of animalistic creature that just kind of runs through the town.
I follow that.
See, while you're just kind of hanging out, one of your wolfmen runs up and just kind of stops in front of you during the night. Tamer, we need to feed, please. Unleash us so we can feed.
Yeah, you have permission to go hunt as long as there isn't people.
There is little feed here besides the fleshy ones.
Alright.
Unless you count these godforsaken yellow stalks. They hide the people. They hide the fleshy ones. And they taste like nothing.
Do you mean the wheat?
The yellow stalks are wheat?
Yeah.
Good. Now we have a name for the horrible creatures.
They aren't creatures, they're plants. And eventually you're going to end up eating some of them at some point.
He looks horrified.
Listen. Alright, fucker. You will eventually, just due to natural progression of how I'm going to need things to go, end up becoming omnivores. You'll still eat meat, but you're going to need to eat some other things too occasionally. It's just how it's going to be.
Dreams.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you Rally. At this point, you would catch up to him and see one of the wolfmen kind of.
I go back,
kneeling but hunched over near.
I'm not concerned.
Yep. Are you just walking off at this point, or are you going to listen to the conversation for a bit?
I'll step up and I'll kind of casually listen.
Yeah,
Z will know I'm listening, but I'm just curious.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tell him to gather people, and we're going to have half the people doing what they're currently doing, and half the people are going to be going off to hunt and bring back food. And actually, to make this slightly easier, I'm also going to be heading out of town to go use a miracle to draw in a bunch of animals.
All right. Yep. That seems to soothe him enough that he follows you out.
Yeah.
Well, sprints out. And yeah, you definitely notice Rowley just kind of listening in.
I'm going to just tell him what I'm doing.
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
luck.
So yeah, that's easily handled.
Yeah.
You spend a miracle point, a bunch of animals show up and are consequently devoured.
Yep. And then that should solve the food problem for right now. And then having half of them go off and hunt for the rest should at least keep the food problem from getting back to this situation.
Yep.
All right.
So
I'm actually
remind me,
Mm.
miracles are just like effort you spend, or
Yeah, you spend one effort for the whole day, and you get to do something that is related to your word.
okay, yeah.
It
So-
either can pretend to be one of the gifts that you have, or one of the gifts you don't have, rather, or it can just do something that is related to one of your words.
Yeah.
There's actually a list of stuff that is like suggested, but as long as you can argue for it.
Yep. So
can do it.
yeah, I'm also going to change the Wolfman here's job, because I sent them out to basically just go scout around and see the general area and what's going on around. I feel like given the past couple of days, they probably have a good enough idea about that. I'm going to have them start looking for any movements of soldiers that are not Raleighs or Drakes.
All right.
Any large movements more than say one or two people. I want to know fucking where they are and where they're going.
All right. And I'm guessing you're going to be very explicit of do
Yes.
not eat them.
Yes, you are there to observe, and then I will explain the idea of observation.
They understand. Yeah, they
gathering.
understand the basic of observation.
You
They
are
are
doing
predators.
reconnaissance. You are Reke troops.
Yeah, they're predators. They understand how
Yeah.
observation works. They're kind of mad that it doesn't end in the way they want it to end, but yes, they understand how it works.
Yeah, you'll get
So-
over it. All right. Also, what can I start spending influence at this point to kind of start adapting them to be able to consume things that aren't just meat? I don't want them to. I'm perfectly fine with them still having to live primarily off of meat. I just want them to have the option of eating some other things. If I can at least get
thinking if influence can actually do something of that nature. Well, because influence it's a lot like Dominion, but it is not Dominion. There is a very, very firm line of what it can and cannot do.
fair.
And I don't believe stuff along those lines is one of the things it can do.
Fair
Let me
enough.
give it a quick peek, but I'm almost certain that that isn't how, unfortunately, influence works.
Oh, because I left town, can we assume that I left the talking box with Drake?
I
Is
would
that
assume
fine?
so. Yeah,
Yeah, I would have
I would
assumed
assume
that
you
that
would have
was the
left it
case.
with someone. Yeah.
Drake or Z, it makes more sense to be Drake because he doesn't want to deal with people,
I
or
didn't
Amelia.
deal with people. Now I have
But
to.
Amelia doesn't have followers. I feel like Drake would have been the best choice. So
You
Okay.
were wrong.
I'm also actually
well,
going
you can talk to
trying
people.
to at least
Check the facts
rudimentary
of gifts and actions.
learn this language.
Yeah, I'm slowly learning it, especially on these escapades that I keep going out with my soldiers. They're
To be fair,
teaching me.
I used to know like 4 languages or some shit, so I'm relatively proficient in learning languages, at least in my
Yeah,
mind.
I only knew 2, and one wasn't much more than grunts.
Well, I actually have to go to the bathroom, so you can continue and just tell me when I can
Okay.
do it when I get back. So I'll be right back.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if it was just a matter of that they like meat but are technically omnivores, then it would work. But these things are straight up carnivores. They are not. They're more like cats. They can't really.
So that's
eat.
going to require like
Yeah, it's
lot
going to
of
require
dominion,
an actual dominion change, because these things are just straight
How
carnivore.
much would that be? Out of curiosity.
For Payton, it would be cheaper than usual, but it'd probably be an improbable change, and then depend on how many people he's trying to influence at once. So, do I want to wait for Payton to come back for your talkie bit? I mean, I don't remember if he said he was going to be paying attention to it.
I don't think he did. I didn't tell
Drake,
anybody else.
what
I
are you
didn't
doing
tell
in the
anyone
morning?
else. So
I know, but Drake's soldiers might have heard of it just from, they're
fair.
wandering and patrolling as well. So information is unfortunately not exactly a easy resource to
that's
keep
fine.
packed on. But the soldiers wouldn't have told Amelia or
I just didn't
Amelia or
explicitly
Z.
tell anyone is all.
Yep. So Drake, what are you doing this morning, since your ward is complete?
Oh, let's see.
And yeah, I will say that if you're listening to your soldiers, which I'm assuming you are, then yeah, you do know that there's something set up by Raleigh in the morning.
Okay, let him do what he wants. I'm not.
Fuck if I care. You can fuck off. Fuck him. Piece of shit.
Unless,
anyway.
unless
Hate
he
that
said,
Raleigh.
unless I think Raleigh's a complete bastard and he's trying to backstab.
Yes, I'm going to form a rebellion. Go. Kill.
It's been time to
That wouldn't be very hard.
I honestly though, Raleigh wouldn't want to do that.
Knooorrrrreeeeeee
It sucks, but like, nah. Traveled too long with everyone.
So what is the plan for this morning then? Continue research?
Have they gone or anything?
I mean, they gave you what they knew yesterday. They haven't given you any additional information.
Okay, well.
So this is day 2 of research.
I guess I'm gonna ask my my men what they think of the matter. If it's getting worse, and they need me to walk around and try to
They guarantee it's getting worse.
Okay, then I guess I'll go around the system with their quelling of this.
Okay.
Try to convince them that I'm, possibly a force of good. Well, not good, but force of innovation.
Less of a source of evil. Gotta check that real fast.
Or the fact that I'm a god, and thankfully he did challenge a god to be. Demigod, but still a god.
Okay, I just wanted to check that was the way it worked. All right, so you're gonna go out of your church and go and try and talk to people.
Sure, do
Convince them that you're not so bad.
not more of that, being like, I'm not going to try to defend myself. Just do, miracles and try to improve some stuff.
All right, how so?
I don't know, either by talking to people and occasionally showing off a thing or two, like either building something that can't be broken or the fact that I radiate sunlight.
All right. So, yep, you leave your church to start that. So, are you just showing miracles as in you're spending free gifts, not any effort or anything?
Yeah, unless it's like someone that's like, oh yeah, there's a crowd of people and it's like, oh, I bet you can't do this with sunlight or with
And you eat
build
it.
something amazing.
You eat the
There's-
sunlight.
So, no, Raleigh, you do have your crowd together, and there are a few more people than you thought were going to come.
Hmm.
But it's not, the group isn't that much bigger. Rather than 100, it's 120. Just some
All right,
extra people who are
cool.
wandering around, figuring out what the hell the crowd is about.
That's fair. All right. I don't have an actual like speech,
Well,
but
you can give the bullet point version.
cool. Yep. So, when the crowd gathers, I'm going to attempt to quiet them. I assume I have to do that, and basically say that there have been some unfortunate. Let's see. This town has experienced some unfortunate things, many of which have been occurring recently, and there is a lot of frightening events over the horizon. And while I am part of a small group who is doing their best to try and smooth things over and help resolve some of these issues, I mean, things are just kind of getting crazy. There is a small town, or is it a town or a village? It's still a village, you would say?
I mean, forgot about the difference between like village and city is, if I remember correctly, like 100, almost near like 999,000 people. So
Okay,
yeah,
so I'll say
towns are basically anything that is bigger than a village and smaller than a city. There really isn't
I'll
an
say a
actual
town.
town. So yeah, it is
There's a
technically
small
a
town.
town in space.
beyond the mountains to the west. It is not the capital.
I'm back.
It's a
Sorry about
town, a newly formed town that I have
Sorry,
formed.
Norris.
And
One second. What are you doing, Z? Are you listening to this, or are you hanging out with Amelia?
that. I'll be watching from the sidelines
Okay.
where I can see if this is about to go horribly fucking wrong and hopefully step in
Yeah.
that case.
All right. For now, this is mostly made up of people who are not radical, at least not radical in that way. So, yeah, they're listening, contented for now.
See.
yeah.
But sorry, Norris, continue.
The lands there are building and growing and will grow into. Let's see. I kind of lost my train of thought. It's fine.
Yeah, sorry.
Let's see. No, it's fine. It's fine. And the people there are caring. It is such a place where the food is delicious. Oh man, I love the food. No, the land has been blessed. Food will never be much of an issue. We've ensured that those who live there will not go hungry. And as far as I can promise, it is a safe place, away from all of the hassles here. It will require work to move there, and it is still being built up from having recently recovered from its own disaster, but the people there are kind, and working together, it can be a safe and prosperous new home. I am not
Alright.
asking you to throw
that
everything
point-
away. I am, yeah.
At that point, there is a. I'm trying to think. No, what did you
Issue.
build your thing out of again? Metal and wood, or
What, my thing?
yes, your church. What did you build it out of? Metal, right?
And
Yeah.
nothing can go wrong. Oh my god, it's all gone wrong.
Yep. At that point in your speech, and all of you hear this. In particular, Amelia, you see this because you're sitting in the town square, or at least close enough to the town square that you can see it, seeing as the tavern and the church are in the same place. So Amelia, you see vines just break themselves up through the cobblestones, like thorny vines that then crawl up the support legs that the soldiers are just kind of looking at with utter confusion before they start just snapping them. And the entire building just kind of starts falling with it, as when you start moving support structures is not good for the rest of the
Do I
building.
see this building falling?
I mean, it's
You
above,
can hear
so you definitely hear the sound of metal like just being rent apart and wooden structures starting to freaking collapse. So there's a rumbling and a loud sound of metal breaking.
Take off in that direction.
Nor and Z, you definitely see it as well, or hear it, I suppose, in this case.
Mm.
What are you doing, Amelia? Because you're on the scene.
I mean, is anyone inside the building?
I
You hope
mean,
not.
you don't know.
I guess I'll start searching.
Drake, I'm
for-
guessing you wouldn't have left anyone inside the building. Like, you would have left guards down on the bottom so that it didn't get wrecked or anything, but
Probably.
so yeah, there's only guards down outside, we'll say. And the guards are getting out of the way. So
where is what's his face, the sad lonely guy in the inn?
yeah, he's probably just following you around. So he's probably either sitting outside just kind of staring into space or sitting at a table in the bar like nursing a drink. So wherever you are, he is.
Okay.
So if you're sitting outside, he's sitting outside.
So does magic look familiar to you?
He just kind of looks at it with wide eyes. No. I mean, maybe. I've read books that some of the most powerful users, or some of the most powerful shepherds, can cause plants to attack people, but not rip buildings apart as far as I know. Yeah. At this point, all of well, not all, but about 3/4 of the support structures have been snapped, and the entire structure just kind of leans over and smashes into the cobblestones.
It falls directly on top of the fountain. Feels bad.
I mean, there is no way it can't. The fountain's about like half smashed at this point.
Man, big rip to the fountain.
Yep.
I guess I could try and use effort to move the building.
Would you like to do that? I mean, the fountain's damaged at this point. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
I think more accurate use of my time would just be to fix the fountain.
I mean, you're going to need to move the building then, because the building will currently fall on top of the fountain.
Okay. I'll move the building.
Yeah, we're at the half point of the building falling.
Yeah. So
I'll move the building. I don't know if there's like a nice street it can just collapse itself in without crushing.
There's no. Nah, you can. It moves slow enough that people will run out of the way if they just see a building like start shifting in the air over towards it.
You're kind of an Austin Powers moment of no.
No, the buildings move slow enough that they can't crush people unless someone's stuck or is that starstruck. They're not going to move.
What is the Promethean effect, where they run away from something rolling at them? In the direction it's
you
rolling.
run directly forward when you could just run 50 feet to the right and you'll be fine.
Yeah, no. These people are
that's
smart
such
enough
a
to not
fucking bad
do
scene.
that. But yeah, you're able to set it down in one of the roads. And under it, just kind of still licking at the water, still grabbing out of the fountain, is a giant mass of semi-humanoid vines that seem to just kind of pulsate with white energy from the inside. And it kind of starts raging. It is going to attack the soldiers at that point.
Can I do something?
I
know I don't
mean, you're
see
going to
this.
show up at the scene at this point. So
Okay, well, before I would have showed up at the scene, I would have directed my soldiers to
Protect
not
the
get
small
involved.
folk.
Like, to basically, I want my soldiers to get the people who were there gathering, make sure that, first of all, that they're safe, if they can, and basically be like to help them if they want to actually begin the process of leaving. Because I would have wanted to start that probably like tomorrow, so we could start the journey tomorrow morning. But I would have just ran there alone. Cool.
Yeah. So your soldiers were already kind of, I assume they were with you there. So yeah, they can make sure they're going to stay out of the town square so that they don't get caught up in whatever the hell's going on. So yeah, all of you guys that decided to run to the town square have arrived if you weren't there already.
Their goal is to get people to safety at this point and convince them to come to my fucking town.
Yeah. Amelia, are you going to step in to fight this thing or just let the soldiers deal with it? Because currently it's going to attack the soldiers.
I guess I'll step in to fight the thing. I have negative effort pretty much, but
How much effort do you have?
I have 1 left.
I mean, how much did you spend for today? The one for the infinite bag.
The one for the infinite
You can
bag,
undo
the
that
one
one at
to
any
move
point.
The building.
Yeah, the
And
one
that
to move the
leaves-
building, I think. Is that? I'm trying to remember.
He's still level 2. That's why.
I mean, that
So-
means he has 3. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
remember. Yeah.
Wait,
commit
the
effort
bag
for
is
the day.
commit
Yep.
effort. So you could remove it from the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can pull the bag one back. It's fine. So you can have 2. Yep.
For
By
now,
the way, this thing is singing very obviously with fertility. It's angry fertility, but it's still fertility.
The plants have
Are people
learned
higher than level
violence.
2 already?
Yeah, you guys are
I'm
all
level
level 2 at the very least. So
How do you get level 3?
you spend Dominion.
I had 6
Oh, how
experience
many
and I
more do we have to
spent up
spend?
4 Dominion.
Yeah,
You have
need
to have 4
spend
Dominion spent.
Oh,
My
fuck.
wolfmen know how to use bows now. Not well,
Wait,
but they can
Wait,
do it.
Payne, what level are you?
I'm level 3.
Level 3. Isn't that 7th Dominion?
No.
It's 4.
Really?
Level 4 is 10, so it's a pretty big jump from there. But you should be level 3 at this point as well.
Okay, yeah.
I looked up.
Okay, yeah, I
Okay.
guess my book is wrong.
Yeah, I'm using the deluxe edition. This is the numbers I'm using. So if the
Oh,
free
that's-
edition is different numbers, then ignore
Oh,
it.
I'm also using deluxe edition. Like
Which table are you looking at? The one on page 19 or a different one?
19.
Then your book is having issues.
Yeah,
Level
it
3.
is.
Experience 6, Dominion 14.
I'm using these numbers, so
Yeah. Level 3, Dominion spent 4.
yeah, I don't know what
Man,
the deal
my-
with your book is. Maybe you're
book is
using
huge.
a beta copy or something. But regardless,
Maybe, I don't know. It's shitty.
so yeah, that's the table we're using. So
probably
yeah.
not-
So Amelia, you step in, and it will it hesitate? Yeah, it'll hesitate. It kind of looks at you. It's definitely still raging, but it's definitely paying attention to you rather than the soldiers.
does it look like the kind of thing that can speak?
I mean, it's roaring, but you're not getting a translation.
Okay.
So if it can speak, it's not.
Need something.
Yeah. At that point, it does actually speak. Where is the uncreated? The filth needs to be destroyed.
Holy shit. You fucked up so bad. You think you're uncreated, dude.
You know. Tell me and I won't tear you asunder.
Oh, it's that dude at the rock tower down south.
I
You
mean,
just missed
that's-
him.
I
This is the first time we've heard the word uncreated, right?
So you guys have no idea what the heck that is. Adds a heads up. Uncreated is a new term.
It's another word from misbegotten. Oh no.
like the shadow things we fought.
It doesn't recognize that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just demands again, show me where it is.
Command not understood.
I mean, I guess if you follow me. Show you something.
Yep. So, by the way, just to make sure,
What?
Rowley, Z, you guys are showing up at this point. Drake, are you coming back? Because you definitely heard and saw your freaking temple get torn apart,
He probably also
or at
felt
least
it
the stabilization torn apart. It didn't quite make it to the building because it moved.
Sure.
Okay. So yeah, you run back to the square. So all of you are there.
Yo, what the fuck?
Just start
Well, you
leading
did,
it out
Drake.
of town.
All right.
Amelia, is that your friend?
Yeah, it just kind of gazes around the square for like before it starts to follow you.
I'm gonna
Just kind
step
of-
back into an alleyway.
Yep. So your soldiers, by the way, Drake, retreat back over to you. The pair of them not really want to tangle with freaking whatever this thing is.
I'm gonna follow at a safe distance.
Yep. And it follows the soldiers and then locks its whatever it has for a gaze, since it doesn't exactly have eyes, on Drake, and then just kind of roars and charges you.
Run.
No.
Okay.
So we are going to start initiative at this point, and I'm going to say it is your guys' initiative. So whoever is fighting this thing,
Yo, what?
your turn.
I don't even know what this fucking thing is.
You don't need to join.
Okay.
Drake, you're going to be forced to fight because it's attacking you, unless you
Yeah.
just want to let it kill you.
I guess
Amelia
I'll-
and Z, are you guys getting involved?
Yeah.
I'm gonna see what happens for right now.
Mitchell, what would you consider this?
What do you mean?
Is it a summoned entity, angel, or well, definitely not uncreated?
No. This would count as a spirit.
So is it a summoned entity? Creature not of this world?
Actually is of this world, technically.
Also, well,
Actually, this thing
Depends
shouldn't
on
be
what
able to
you-
talk just thinking about it, but I'm going to have it talk because it's not technically talking. So,
The classic realizing something just after you've done it.
I mean, it still makes a degree of sense.
Okay.
So,
whatever.
yeah. Yeah, I'm going to count this thing as not a it's a spirit. It's not a summoned entity. Especially because this is an elemental spirit, so obviously an elemental spirit of fertility. So yeah, no, you can't just immediately banish it.
That's why I rolled a 3d10.
All right. So that is 4 damage, I believe.
Yeah.
Which isn't quite enough to destroy it. It's enough to very heavily damage it, as only a few of the vines still remain intact. But it's still enough for it to do stuff. Amelia, it is your go.
So the creature looks like it's like dying.
Burning currently, as I'm guessing you sunstriked it.
Yep.
Cooking, one could say.
Yeah, it's burning.
I guess so.
It seems like it's made of vines, so yeah, no, the vines burn away. Whatever's controlling them is clearly not destroyed, though.
So I can use effort to use abilities from my word.
Yep.
Does it double the effort if the ability also costs an effort to use?
No, just assume that every ability has the you spend effort for the day tagged
Okay.
onto it if you're using it in that way.
That's
So
helpful.
essentially, Withering Curse changes from commit effort for the scene to commit effort for the day.
Yeah, because you're using it as a miracle. So
curse.
All right.
I assume this counts as a plant monster.
Yes, it counts as a plant monster.
And I quote, singing with fertility.
It's you're only level 2, so 2d12.
Yeah, and I would like to reverse the word's power.
Yeah, I figured.
Afterwards.
I mean, you I think you can just blast it with the
Like opt to not curse 40 acres.
Yeah,
of-
no. Yeah,
Okay.
no. You can specifically target the monster. You don't have to blast everything.
I'd like to do that.
Yeah, because otherwise that would basically destroy this entire town. All right. So yeah, it vanishes as the rest of the plants just wither. And the spirit just kind of starts to lower back into the ground where it was standing. And then the
I
ground
wanna
starts
rush
to
forward.
rumble.
Oh no, never mind. Oh,
You can
God.
rush forward. Where are you going?
Well, no, never mind.
I'm gonna start meandering my way out of town.
Drake,
I'm gonna
for
stay at the
sake of
sidelines.
town, I think we should leave.
Meandering at a fast run.
Yep. So that's all that happens this round for bad guy turn is ground rumbles. Flagstones start
Okay.
cracking. Or cobblestones start
Alright.
cracking.
I do want to. I'm gonna start walking towards where the cracks originate. Not running, but I'm gonna start heading in that direction. I'm
Okay.
preparing to do something, but I have nothing I can do yet until I know what it is.
Yeah. It seems like they're mostly centered around the fountain.
I'll head in that direction.
All right. So Drake and Amelia, what are you guys doing on your turn?
I cannot strongly enough recommend us retreating.
I allow you all to retreat if you want to.
Really, this is the hill you're gonna die on.
Yes.
Couldn't choose a single fucking hill to die on over the course of the entire last campaign. You're deciding to die on the first fucking hill in the second.
So what are you doing then, Drake?
Is there something wrong? Is there
Let's
some kind of
see.
mind control going on here?
Oh, I can fix that.
Well, seeing as it's probably going to do
I
something,
can also fix that with the beast.
doing something stupid next round, I'm going to use Purging Days Blade on it.
on what? Whatever's going to come out of the ground?
Yep.
Yeah.
So basically you just pass your turn.
No,
So-
basically.
So there's
Next
no
round.
holding actions is the main
Mm.
thing.
Well, it can't do anything funky now. I mean, it can hurt, but it's not going to like, oh, yes, here,
As a
let me...
reminder, Norika the Greater Hero, it still nearly killed you.
Oh, no, it can still do stuff, but...
Yeah,
whatever.
punching or whatever these things can do is still always a viable method of of dealing with problems.
Yeah, but gifts
So-
are usually a lot more harder hitting.
Depends on the gifts. Right. So, Amelia, you're basically going to do it. Are you going to buff soldiers, or are you just going to let them stay out of this?
They could run.
Yeah, no. The moment the ground starts shaking, you see freaking Vietnam flashbacks effectively, and they book it. So, yeah, they're braver, not that much braver. So it's just basically you three in the town square. In the next
And I'm
turn,
walking
you
towards
see
it.
you see what actually this thing is as the ground just basically shatters underneath the fountain, sending stone flying all over the plaza itself. And a massive green colored metallic construct with a floating white, well, it's kind of like a whitish green sort of like shell, effectively, kind of floating around it. And it just points one arm, it doesn't really have fingers, but one appendage at you, Drake, and demands your immediate surrender or die.
It makes a strong argument.
Can I intervene?
I mean, it seems to be entirely ignoring you for the moment. Unless you're going to get its attention somehow, then...
I...
The shape of the armature, by the way, is kind of like a giant flower, I suppose. Or at least some sort of large leafy plant. Maybe a tree. It's kind of hard to tell when it's kind of towering over you, looking mad.
God damn, I want to do this. Hold on.
That is its
Let
action for the
me-
turn. It's not going to do anything besides that. So
Okay, I think I have something I can do here. Let me go to the words real quick and make sure, because I want to do something before fucking Drake starts firing at it. Is the main thing.
I mean, Drake, what you're going to Purging Noonday Blaze, right?
Yep.
All right. What is
Okay.
Purging Noonday Blaze again? What kind of
It
action?
can't use.
No, I mean,
basically
what's the
everything.
action?
It's
It's a non-turn.
yeah, on turn.
No, it's an action.
All right.
Well,
Purging
actually, that's
Noonday Blaze.
yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, if you want to do something fast, Rally, you're going to have to...
Yes, I am.
Well,
I am
we're going
going-
to say, because I'm guessing, Drake, you're not going to bother freaking talking. You're just going to immediately blast it.
Yeah. Not
Alright.
talking. I
Well,
get
you
I
guys
get the feeling
roll-
it doesn't want to talk.
Both of you guys
I
roll dexterity.
Want...
We're going to say who
Oh
acts
my
first.
God.
Well, we'll say dexterity or wisdom. Both of these
Dexterity.
apply. You're fat. You're trying to.
What's... Yeah.
Yeah, just roll it as the skill, or as the ability, because you're trying to outspeed each other, and neither of you are any faster.
Dexterity.
All right. So, yep, Raleigh, you get out whatever you want to say first.
Okay. I rush in between them, and I am going to... Can I, using the flames of my blade, use Master of the Furnace, which I can control fire,
Remind me.
basically.
I mean, you can control fire, yeah.
Yeah,
What
all
do you
right.
want to do with it?
So, I'm gonna make a giant version of my head right above me, pointed at the creature, made of fire, and I'm going to shout as loud as I can.
This creature
basically
isn't made
just-
of fire. It's really more plant-like in its appearance.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
I'm making a big fire head to get its fucking attention, and I'm going to basically just shout, "Enough!"
Yeah,
And
I
that
mean,
is-
it definitely recoils a little bit, but it's definitely not entirely cowed.
I'm not trying to... Yeah, I just want them to both fucking chill, and I am standing in front of Drake. I am holding both my hands out in both directions, trying to get them to calm the fuck down.
I mean, Drake, Amelia, what's your move?
I mean, I have no problem with this course of action.
The character series does support this action.
I mean, sure, Rally, if you want to wait. So I guess I can do
You haven't Noonday Purging Blaze
okay.
yet, no.
Then yeah, I'll hold my action.
All right.
This next action, I can do Sunstrike again.
Oh my god.
I mean, it's been the turn. You can Sunstrike right now if you want to.
Let me
You
know when
can't
it's
use
my
it every
round.
turn.
Oh,
again.
I'll let Rally do what he wants right now.
I mean, you can talk.
Okay,
I'm not going to
cool.
hold you guys to initiative order quite yet, unless Drake
Alright.
does something or it wants to do something.
I
But is willing
I
to
want
listen,
to-
apparently.
yeah, I really want to... I don't know what this would fucking be, but I think everyone's nerves are maybe a little bit high, and
By the way, Amelia, since this thing is definitely freaking... It's a creature that is inherently attached to fertility. You can sense it. It can probably sense you. It's not
I'm
just by
going
the way, it's
to-
not a creature of fertility. It is a creature inherently attached to the word of fertility. Yeah, just making that clear.
I'm going... It now, okay. So I want to make everyone kind of chill the fuck out for a sec, like, and not be so hasty, because it seems like I'm getting the chance to talk, but I don't want them to just be like, to just fucking jump at me. Is there anything
you
I can
have a
do
giant
with
fireball
temperance?
between it and Drake.
That's
so
fair. That
it's
is
at
fair.
least hesitant about jumping through a fireball.
That is fair. Okay, well, I'm going to say...
Drake, of course, doesn't quite have that particular issue unless your fireball is blocking all
Yeah.
line of sight. So
It's not. I am going to say...
yeah, it'd be very hard. This thing's huge.
Let's see. Needless killing should not be met with other killing, and destruction will only cause the despair of the people living in this town. We need to stop this and discuss things.
I will not discuss with a horrid uncreated. They come only to destroy. I will remove it.
And, okay, let's see. This is the start of things. What is an uncreated? What? Actually, let's take a step back. What caused this? Why are you here causing this destruction? Are you here to defend? Are you here to attack? You are obviously willing to talk.
I sensed that there was an uncreated on my body. So I decreed that it must be destroyed, as my creators told me. As I have done for millennia. It's been around that long at least.
Yeah. Uncreated. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
It is unfortunately either not able to or not bothering to explain. It is absolutely furious.
Okay, yeah. I want to use
it believes it seems to be absolutely certain that Drake is an uncreated of some sort, whatever.
I'm gonna use I need to use some effort or fucking something. I need to calm this fucker down. Can I calm its emotions? At least it's unreasonable rage. I'm not trying to make it like, oh, happy with the situation. Like, I'm fine now, I'm gonna leave, but less.
I know you can't make it happy, but you can try and smooth its rage.
That's what I'm
you
trying
can
to
use
do.
either. Yeah, you might have a specific thing. Otherwise, yeah, you could just use a miracle for this.
No, I don't have any specific thing about this.
Yep.
But yeah, I wanna use. I'll use a miracle. So let me do that.
So just yeah.
But what am I doing?
Just tick off a. I think there's actually a thing on the sheet where you can do miracles.
Just put in like the word, so you have sun. Not sun, but
yep.
Yeah.
You were right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's divine miracles under that too, but yeah, that works too. So yeah,
I will do that.
It is going to have a spirit save because it has no interest in you messing with its head. Let's see. There's no input. All right.
Actually,
yeah, no, it is going to resist your trying to calm it. However, would it sense what you're trying to do? It doesn't really have an inherent ability to do that, so yeah. It certainly now turns its more full attention on you and seems to be now hostile in your direction as well.
That's fine. Let's see. No, it's not, but like I'm trying to get this thing to back the fuck down.
Well, that's failing by the moment.
That's a hard fail, my guy.
Yeah, that you can sense that the giant fiery head is losing its effectiveness like by the
Is there
second.
anything I can do to make that fucking success a failure?
Not on your end, no.
Okay.
In fact, even if it did fail, there's a chance that it could just auto-save anyway with effort.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Depending on how strong it is.
That is fair.
But it still seems to be willing to speak for now, but you can certainly tell that its patience is wearing.
Let's see.
Which is actually pretty impressive for a creature that's been around for 1,000 years at the very minimum.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Do you want me to give it? You want me to try something?
Well, we'll say that's your thing for the round for this particular moment. So what are you two doing for the other two in the area?
I'm watching.
My misbegotten while I'm out of town. Might be a good time to gather them up.
Yep. Well, that's gonna take a hot minute. So I gotta get here.
Can I use my turn now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know, Rally, I'll play by your rules, or not by your rules. I'll play ball. I don't know, with innovation, can I try to see if I can give it a knowledge of what we are?
Oh. That's
clever.
Yeah. That's actually that's really good.
I mean, the problem is it's not exactly a mortal creature. You know what? I'll allow it anyway. This thing has enough intelligence to understand what you're trying to do. Though I'm not going to allow it a save to basically give it a buff. So, yeah, you tell it what you are. It seems to already kind of understand what you are to some extent, though it still seems to be utterly convinced that you're an uncreated, whatever that is.
I want to figure out what caused it to think that. What triggered this?
I mean, it's not forthcoming with that information.
Because I can ask a very direct question, but I don't want to escalate. Well, things are escalating already, so I can ask it like, was it the killing of the protector of these lands? Was that the deed that set this off?
I mean, do you want to ask it that?
Should I use
it's going to continue holding its action for at least the moment.
Yes.
Should I use another miracle?
I mean, if you want to, I want to ask it this question, but if you think your miracle will do something good, then yeah.
Well, the idea
I
is
do want to ask this question.
See if I can somehow prove myself that I'm not uncreated by using sun, as in show the truth.
How exactly are you doing that? Because you don't fully understand how it's seeing you as an uncreated, because you're very clearly not whatever it thinks you are. So somehow its perception is being altered.
Okay.
I'll give you that much for a free sun.
Can I use sun to basically attempt to banish that?
Its things are being altered, you say? Oh, I can fix that. I could do that.
You want to try fixing that?
I guess that's not quite the right word for it. Something is freaking making it think that Drake is a thing. It's not something that's attached to the creature, though.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh. Because I literally have something that says, let's see, all targets within your sight who are under the effect of any sort of delusion or mind control that they are suffering from. This includes magical effects of the heart and mind, as well as lies from mortal leaders. Greater foes get a spirit save against the effect. So, I could try that.
I would allow
Break
that
the
in this
shackled
case.
mind.
Would you like to do that?
Yeah.
All right.
Commit that.
Let's
by
see.
effort.
Okay, good. I do have that. Okay. Ooh, okay. So all of a sudden, Drake, you feel a change, and you see it's kind of like demeanor just shift all of a sudden into one of very obvious confusion. What is this trickery? Just kind of cast his gaze around the plaza looking for something.
What appears to be the issue?
There are
I
two
no
misbegotten.
longer sense.
You have what?
I no longer sense there is any misbegotten here. Just kind of looks down at you. What deception have you played on me?
And I kind of just like hold my hands up in the air and say, "Dear protector of these lands, I fear that I must tell you that I have not deceived you. Rather, I have freed you from the deception of others." God, that sounds like such a shitty thing. Wow. Holy fuck, what am I trying to sell here? A vacuum cleaner?
Yes.
But
You're
I'm
doing
going to
great,
say
sweetie.
I have a blessing upon myself to clear those who have been deceived, tricked, or altered against their will, to give them a clear mind. I have not cast any spells upon you. That we have added deception to, yeah.
You're doing
Your
it.
thought.
You're
No,
almost there. Come on. Final
It's not my
stretch.
fucking gig. I'm the one who's supposed to be the god of truth.
Your truth in different ways.
Yeah, I am the truth of breaking deception. It's different. Yeah. Do you recall? Okay, so yeah, does it react to that at all, or can I can add something else as well? I want to ask a question.
It seems to be just kind of waiting for you to add.
Okay. Do you recall anything giving you false information and meeting with strange beings recently? We do know that there is a dangerous and suspicious individual who has been killing people and destroying cities. Do you perhaps recall if anyone has done such things to you? Like deceiving?
Maybe an deception.
The only deception I see here is that one who was uncreated has now been made created. This confuses me. It just kind of points a giant limb at you, Drake. Will explain yourself.
I moved the firehead out of the way for now. Did killing that hero curse you?
Well, hell if I know. Is there any way I can Is there any way I can possibly pull the, I don't know, what this thing exactly means? Like, explain myself, like, I don't know. Get more context on this.
I'll give you for free that it's pretty obviously meaning how was it that you appeared to be an uncreated and now you don't have that on you? Whatever this thing senses somehow sensed that you were marked as an uncreated somehow, even though you are clearly not. And now whatever that mark was is no longer on you. Either that or it's just not affecting it anymore.
Okay, then I guess I'll attempt to explain. Possibly someone jury-rigged that mark into a kill this person instead of a, look for uncreated. So they changed the original purpose of the mark. They altered it.
Yeah.
Broke the warranty.
By the way, Amelia, you can see, since you're kind of, somewhat not attached to the conversation and paying attention to the giant freaking metallic like tree rows, you do see people are kind of filtering at least somewhat back to the square and watching from the alleys and the streets. And you do spot Lilia and her new apprentice just kind of staring at this creature across the way. From this range, she doesn't look all that surprised, if we're being honest. In fact, she looks a little bit frustrated, if you wanted to give it to that, maybe.
If you point this out, I will drag the fucking truth out of her. Literally.
I'd do it again.
I just wave.
Yeah, she doesn't wave back.
Amelia, you point this out to me. You explained about this person. Do I have to break someone's fingers?
I mean, I don't think I, the player, fully understand this, but,
Amelia is not making the connection that that was happening.
Well, basically, I just said that.
about
Oh,
30
I think
drinks
someone.
Oh man, they should have. That's kind of weird.
Amelia,
Well,
I
this
just.
is a big event.
Here's the thing. I basically said someone altered the mark.
Yeah,
Instead
there's
of being
only a
like, oh.
freaking 18-foot tall metallic tree creature made.
And a giant.
I guess it's fair. It's kind of a spectacle.
So okay,
Yeah, I mean,
Amelia,
there's a
here's
giant
my.
firehead, a massive tree creature, a tower fell, the fountain's gone. There's a big hole now.
God, this town's gonna get
That's a good
swallowed up
point,
by
I should
fucking
repair the fountain.
monster.
Just
You're
run over there
going
and
to
start
have to wait
repairing it.
until you can repair the street too.
Amelia,
Because
I'll
currently there's a
also-
giant freaking creature in the way.
So was
Yeah, I
that
guess
explanation
I'll
that Drake
walk
gave
over
enough
and
for it?
say, hey, what's up?
I mean, it still looks kind of confused and seemingly very slowly angry, but
But yeah, so Theo,
it
my
at least accepts that as enough of a reason not to just assume that you most
Okay.
likely are just an uncreated that somehow tricked it and just smash you into pieces.
Can
So
I?
you know my
I wanna speak
argument,
up
right,
to it,
Theo, or no?
I don't.
So the argument is that I think someone altered the original mark to be kill this person instead of a uncreated kill. So like, someone repurposed it to be, attack this person, kill my enemies instead of kill any uncreated that entered this land.
Man, I wonder who could have done that.
Okay.
And that's why I'm asking, do you point this person out and so I can attempt to
Yeah. I
see
mean,
if I can
she
drag something.
notices Amelia and is going to not stick around.
Scatter! And they all ran in different directions.
I guess, so, I mean,
Yeah. Well, she not runs off, but she definitely melts back into the growing crowd and vanishes from your sight. But the apprentice is still around. She's just kind of staring up at this thing, slack-jawed currently, along with nearly everyone else in the crowd.
So
I
does
would like
anyone
to keep talking to it whenever
does anyone
this stuff
inform me
is
of
done.
this
I don't want to
person or no?
interrupt.
It's sounding like no.
I'm
Okay.
gonna walk over. I'll probably walk over to the apprentice and say hi. What's up?
Yeah.
How's it going?
Yep. So he just kind of looks up at the creature and then just kind of looks over at you.
Amelia walks over and goes, "Hey, what's poppin'?"
Did you summon that thing?
Oh, honestly, I think this is like the protector of the village or something, and I think I think, I'll be honest, I don't know what to think.
God, I love Amelia.
I mean, I'd heard of that we had a spiritual protector, but I didn't think it would be quite so big and powerful. There are stories about like a vine creature that comes out of the ground now and then and attacks the wicked, but not whatever the hell that
About
is.
that.
Yeah, we killed that thing.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie. That thing is dead unless it comes back to life.
I mean, yeah, she just kind of is still a little bit in shock. So she doesn't fully register at this point.
Do you know what an uncreated is?
No.
Darn.
okay.
Well, that's
I
it
have
for me.
things. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
That question is echoed a little bit by the crowd, but unfortunately, it seems like most people, well, all of the people in the crowd seem to not know what it is either, from at least the murmurings.
Well, the good news is a riot's not about to happen.
All of a sudden, I kill a civilian.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
You accidentally kill a civilian. Some guy nearby dies of a heart attack, and you're blamed.
Oh no, one of the stones just fall on him. It's like, no, a piece of the building.
Yeah,
Just look what he did. He built that.
he did it. Get him.
I mean, the building's been moved to block, like, well, not block, but at least be in one of the roads. So
There's
Exactly.
just a scream of "Get that fucker!"
yeah, not yet.
Oh god, that'd be funny.
So
Soon, TM.
soon. Yep. So yeah, it just kind
I
of
have a thing to say.
yeah, it's just kind of standing there looking
Say it.
confused.
All right. Cool. I didn't want to interrupt anyone else. I'm sorry. I'm very impatient. I am going to continue to gesture to it, and I assume it's still looking at me, or at least somewhat paying attention to me.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
I'm
it
gonna
doesn't really
say,
have eyes, so it's kind of hard to
Yeah,
pay
that's
attention to where it's paying, where it's looking.
protector of these lands. We too are protectors that come from other lands, and we do not wish to cause discourse or destruction for the very lands and people that you are here to protect. If you are here to truly protect and destroy these foul, evil, uncreated, we will not stop you. There are, as far as your true sense tells, no uncreated here at this moment. And I would be delighted if you were to continue to protect these lands against uncreated. But fighting this nonsensical fight against beings that are clearly not uncreated will only cause destruction and turmoil to the very land that you are here to protect. Will you stand down for now? Allow things to settle. If you detect an uncreated, I will not stand in your way. A true uncreated.
Yeah. It
And I
just
would
kind of
actually be-
looks
I
down
would be
on
happy-
you and just kind of starts to pull itself back into the ground for now. However,
Thank you.
as its like top is about to pass below, it just pauses for a moment. You shall remove the ward you've placed, or it will cause issues down the line for my creation.
Understood.
And it just pulls
I will
itself
work
back
to remove
entirely.
that.
So my Discord
right.
cut out. I heard nothing of that, so no consequence.
Yeah,
It basically told you to remove
I-
the ward,
Yeah.
but otherwise is retreating back to wherever it is.
I
Easy
turn to
win.
the crowd and I say, well, we're going to start repairing this right up. Everyone,
Disperse.
back to business.
Go.
No. They can say, workers, come here.
Amelia. Oh my
No, I
god.
mean, Amelia, you might want to, do some other stuff. Let me show off.
Oh my god. Okay, all right.
Let me show off
Alright, I
fixing
see
the
what you're
shit
playing
that's
at.
broken because it's my fault anyway.
Hey, no,
you,
I wasn't the one
We
who broke the
saved the
warranty.
city.
who, like, oh hey, attack the people I don't like. Fuck them.
I'm gonna go up to Z.
The majority of the crowd starts to scatter back to whatever they were doing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Whatever this was has apparently ended.
I dismissed my giant firehead as well. I'm going up to Z and I'm gonna hold my hand up for a high five.
I'm gonna tap town.
Z's not there.
I'm currently
I hope
washing my hands of this
Amelia's
situation.
still there.
Hey, Z, high five. No, Amelia, high five.
I'll look in confusion.
Damn it! All right.
I'll headbutt.
I am going to.
And then the dog with Nakatan comes in from the top.
No.
Bites your hand off.
Why not?
I'm going to.
Why not?
Because he doesn't want to.
I'm gonna.
He's hanging with you.
I'm gonna go around.
Doesn't want to
and,
waste his one effort for the day to freaking
But
waste.
it'd be funny though.
It would be, but he's not going to do that.
That's fair.
I'm gonna go around
I wouldn't be
town,
there to laugh at it.
and I think at this point, I'm gonna try to help some with repairing, but I think Drake, you want that like for your own glory, right? I don't want to get in the way.
You can repair, but not as good as me, bitch.
Yeah, okay. I'll let you repair. I'm gonna go around the town, making sure people are all right, nobody got hurt in that. See if anyone needs help with things in general. Try to reconvene with my soldiers at some point and just get a general consensus of how are people feeling about sticking around and leaving.
Yep.
Oh,
I mean,
Okay.
yeah. So Drake, are you just going to try and repair the giant gaping hole in the ground?
Yeah. Well, I guess not repair everything as it was. I'm of course going to make a lot of modifications.
Yeah.
Thank
As you walk
you.
up to the hole to like look down into it, you can see that there is a lot more metal and whatnot as you go down. But the pit's like about like 200 feet down. You can see kind of the glitter of metal. And the rest of it's just
I
earth.
do ask. Yes, please do make good with the promise to remove the ward.
Sure, I'll remove the ward. I'll replace the. If anything, I'll also probably make like a little.
Ward.
Yes.
It'll be bigger and better, and it'll have blackjack and hookers.
Next time when he comes up, he'll find out I put a nice little cap on this one. He won't be able to escape.
God.
I hate to tell you, he would have smashed right through your freaking church had it not already sent something that destroyed it ahead of time. And then your church would be entirely gone because it would have just smashed it to pieces on its way up.
Anyway, I'm changing that. Seeing as, he destroyed the... It's up to me to repair this place, so maybe, get rid of that
made it
now.
up to you.
Make a church in the just center, have it be a little bazaar.
Yep. The few people that do remain in the square, besides, of course, your people who kind of filter back in about...
Hey, it's free real estate.
Grish and a few of his acolytes, as well as the apprentice are still around, as well as just a couple of other, nobodies.
Oh.
And of course, Merrick, but Merrick is just kind
Amelia.
of standing there with his mouth hanging open still.
Who are you gonna give that sad sob to?
I was gonna just take him and then see how things turn out.
Who are you gonna
Fuck
give him
yeah,
to?
he's yours.
Me.
You have an apprentice, or they're yours, or whoever the fuck they are.
Yeah.
I was just wanted to make sure that you weren't gonna give them to me and I just fucking bailed. It doesn't matter. I'm currently in recovery, and I don't know. Maybe some people thought what I did was cool. I de-escalated the situation. I'm feeling pretty good about myself. I've
Not
got
by
a little bit of
yourself.
a skip in my step.
I mean, people, certainly the rocks and everything that from the giant hole, considering when that thing burst out, it definitely sent rocks sailing a few streets over. So yeah, there's a few people that you find that have been like injured from a rock that came down on them, or there's a couple that actually broke through like roofs. So yeah, you find about a couple dozen people that have been at least mildly to heavily injured from falling debris, but no one killed.
I'm just gonna try to do what I can to help. That's good.
Yep. And yeah, you're at least medic enough from being a mercenary that you can patch them up.
It ain't
Maybe
magic,
not.
but damn, Bandage is good as anything else.
Yeah. And they're not magically healed, but yeah, they won't die most likely. So, what are you doing, Amelia?
I guess helping.
Straight allowing you to help?
Well, I mean, I don't like, even if he doesn't allow me to specifically help him, I can just wander around.
Well, what are you doing then? Is the question.
You gonna go after that crazy lady who's fucking trying to destroy the town, I guess?
I mean, so
I don't know if she knows she's trying to destroy town. She just wanted to
know
kill
she's
fucking
not.
Drake, which
I know.
hard to blame her.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
I don't think, like,
I mean, honestly, she did tell you that she doesn't really know much about the spirit.
That's true.
That and her control over it is kind of.
Yeah,
So,
I was like, so you can control it? I mean, ish.
yeah, after a fashion is her exact words. So,
Yeah, after a fashion is just saying ish.
yeah,
It's just a more confident way of saying ish.
yeah. So,
I don't see myself figuring that out.
That's fair.
I mean, if you want to help, I'll let you help. But I'm obviously being like, "Ooh, look at me! Look at this now mega structure I'm building. It's
I mean,
a mega
Amelia
mall."
with one thing can cover the entire hole in effectively a few moments.
Well,
So,
the thing is, I'm not maybe not cover the whole. Maybe make a nice little elevator for the spirit in case you ever wants.
you're pretty sure that's not an issue since it climbed 200 feet without issues to
Well,
come up to the
more-
surface.
I don't want it to break.
It's
So
like
have
a collapsible door, but it collapses upwards.
Yes, those are a thing already.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that's the type of doors that you find on like old cellars and whatnot. The ones that are outside.
Yeah, so it doesn't fucking, next time it pops up, it doesn't break the floor. It just opens the door. Get
Just
on the floor.
really big.
Everybody wants the dinosaur.
feel like a fountain, like, oh, throw a coin down there. It's good luck. Or
Head.
It's good luck until it gets angry and flings the coin back up at Mach 1, killing someone instantly.
Amazing.
Hey, look, it's free real estate. There's this huge giant hole. It's broken. I can fix that.
Yep. So, yeah, Grish is just kind of standing there, just kind of observing for the moment.
Is that my guy?
No, Grish is the priest of the falling mountain. The head priest here.
Can we get like a read on him? Like, does he look upset? Like, oh man, too bad
He
didn't.
looks smug.
Ha!
I don't like his aura.
Fuck you and your temple.
Who cares? Like, I'm building like an hour.
I mean, you'd have to dismantle it and then put it back if you wanted to do that way.
Okay.
It's just that Amelia can't move on its own.
No problem. I have workers and I still have effort. I'm sure he's.
By the way, Amelia, can you just do that anyway? I think you still have the ability to control it. Let me see.
What?
If you want to
The
just put
building.
the building back where it was.
Yeah. I think it'd take effort.
Is it not commit effort?
No,
to...
it's for the next minute, and it hasn't been a full minute since you started moving it. So,
Oh,
I mean,
damn.
it's about to be, but yeah. No, that conversation was pretty fast. So it has like 6 seconds of movement left. It may be 10.
I guess I'll put it back. At least
I mean,
put it closer.
do you want to build the hole? Because if you put it back where it was, it's just gonna fall down the hole.
Okay, build hole first.
All right. Yep. So you can put it back over the hole.
No, I'm saying, yeah, probably. Either way, I'm going to change it. Just save resources and modify it a lot, and basically just take the.
Yeah. So are you going to leave it in the road, basically, Theo?
I mean, then what are the other options? Shove it down a hole, or
You can at least move it closer, I guess, but...
Okay. I mean, maybe can I like orient it so it's not literally blocking the road?
Blocking
Like
the way,
maybe
yeah.
give people a lane of traffic.
I mean, without like putting it kind of in the center, not really without it being kind of in the way.
Okay.
There's a reason why you couldn't have built it in the square to begin with, besides where it was before, of course, it got nearly destroyed. I mean, if you put it in one of the outer areas, you can.
I don't know if I have time for that though. Can I just stack it up into a precarious teetering tower that doesn't block the pathway?
Just flip it over. I don't know. Can he do that, Nor? I don't know how you designed this building, so.
What was the question?
Is it longer than it is wide, or no?
Probably. It's probably long.
Then yeah, you can just flip it on its side so it's standing upright, and hope it doesn't just collapse in on itself.
I
Though it
want to
won't.
make it long. Or, I mean, wide.
I mean, it's a church building, so it depends on how you want to design it. Most churches are longer than they are wide.
Also, this is a church. I'm also a sun god, so.
Mm-hmm. So you're going to rebuild the thing, it sounds like. Rowley is fixing things. Amelia is helping you in whatever way she's allowed or able to. What is Z doing?
I'm going hunting.
Hunting. The drinking of Z.
Yeah, pretty much. While Amelia goes and gets drunk, to fucking calm down, I just go and hunt shit.
Yep. So, I mean, you go and hunt, though the animals in the area are certainly fewer than there were last night.
Yeah. I'm not really surprised.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, what are you building, Drake? And we'll see how long it takes. Since this is the morning, so you guys do have the day to do things.
Basically, you know, how do I let's say repurpose a square.
Well, I mean, yes, that's what you're doing, but how so?
Have just build a mega structure. So, like, you know, make a throughout the square, just have it'd be like a, I guess, with you know, supports,
So like
stalls
an
for.
abbey type of thing?
Yeah, I guess.
So it has like walls and you just have a pathway around it?
Well, I guess to an extent, a pathway around it through. Like you can go inside and buy some goods, and then if you keep going to the center, you go to the actual church itself, along with that giant hole.
I mean, this, I guess I'll describe the square. The square from any one side to any one side is about 40, yeah, about a 40-foot diameter. It's a very small square. Like your building took up a lot of the center of it. It was just out of the way because it was up in stilts. The hole is 20 feet wide, like all the way around. So like half the square just caved in.
I guess it's time going upwards. So yeah, just
All right.
take up the entire 40 feet, and have like you know, however tall, like what? How tall is the creature?
At least 18 feet tall.
So you know, maybe a 25 feet tall ceiling with the church now just sitting on top, and just have
That's actually kind of dope.
yeah, this vertical little you go up, you go to different stalls, different floors. I'm making a tower.
With, I'm guessing, the doors on the exteriors so you can get inside the buildings that are already there.
Yep.
So, yep. That's going to probably take you at least the rest of the day for such a construction, because that's more than just a building.
I don't know. Can I use effort, or can I use a miracle to make it? I don't know.
Half a day? Sure.
Sure.
You can have it. So, yep. I guess in the meantime, Rowley, since then you're going to be the only person that doesn't have anything to do after you help the people out. Because it definitely doesn't take the whole day.
Yeah.
It is very time consuming. It's about half the day's gone, but
that's fine. Okay.
I mean,
so you're gonna go. I think you said you wanted to go check on your soldiers, right?
Yeah, I want to reconvene with my
people?
soldiers and see what it's looking like as far as people who want to move out and move somewhere maybe a little bit more safe.
All right. Here we'll do.
As a note, I'm only gonna hunt for like a few hours before I go back in to see what exactly happened.
Okay. Okay. So a majority of that group apparently has decided to pack up and leave with wherever you're going. I'm trying to remember. Did you send the soldier on his way back to your guys' settlement with someone? Or was he just
the
waiting?
soldier that I failed to convince?
Yeah.
He didn't sound interested. He said good luck and fucked off.
Did he just leave? I'm trying to remember.
I mean, if he wanted to, maybe he came to the fucking meeting that I held and was more convinced then, but
Oh, right, yeah, because you guys poorly explained how
I explained it so badly. I did such a shit job. It was the first time trying to explain this.
He's somewhere else in the thing, so you know.
Yeah, that's fine.
I was trying to remember how that conversation went.
Yeah, no, that did not go well.
Yep. So, yeah, your soldiers tell you that they, about 3/4 or so of the group apparently has decided to leave because this town has gotten significantly more dangerous than they were used to.
All right. Would it be...
Yeah. Most of these people... Sorry. All of these people are effectively like artisans or farmers. They're nothing special.
That's what I want. No, I actually... We need more fucking supporting structure for like growing things and stuff before we can even think about getting a fucking military. Mm-hmm. If I just go for soldiers, I'm gonna end up with a bunch of mouths to feed and no way to feed them.
So, yep, you're able to get a fairly sizable group, about 75 or so people.
All right. I guess now the question is to the party. I guess Mitchell, how long would it take to march back home and come back here? Like, how much is each trip?
It's really just getting to the gate and back, because marching from the gate to Slokion is just like 20 feet.
It is approximately 30 seconds if you are slowly walking.
So 40 miles. Take about a day and a quarter or so. A little less than that. This is about 40 miles.
So if I were to leave with them, it would be 2 days before I even got back. And that would be splitting the party.
Closer to 2.5. You'd arrive around noon.
Yeah.
And that's,
well,
here's as long as nothing goes wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. So the trip okay. That's fair.
By the way, about of the 75, about 60 of them are Deucemen, by the way, rather than Zorites. The remainder is Zorites, though.
Okay. I am... Let's see. Yeah, I definitely want to be there to kind of ease things over as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, bringing new this minute. Okay, I'm gonna go to the I want to let. Let's see. You said it'll take about a day and a quarter.
Yeah.
So they're gonna need time to prepare and pack up and everything, so we can leave tomorrow. I want to tell my
that'll be
party
enough
that
time.
I need 2 days essentially to get some people to back home. So I'm gonna look around for my party.
I mean, at least 2 of them are very easy to find. They're in the construction zone
Drake
in the
and
middle of
Amelia.
town. Z, of course, is nowhere to be found.
I gotta head back to
I
fucking
cannot be found unless I want to be.
hometown, which I don't have written down in my notes. What?
Okay, and
Just letting you know, I'll be out of here for 2 days. I'll be back after that.
Yeah, Becton is the name of your up-and-coming
Becton.
village. You wrote it. Yeah, you have it written down for the Everlasting Flame.
Oh, okay, yeah. I just don't have it in my Word document.
Yep.
Okay. And then I'm gonna, I guess, look around for Z some? But
how long are you going to look?
10
rather,
minutes, and if
let
I
me-
don't
let me
find
phrase
Z, I
it.
assume
How
Z
much
will...
time are you going to waste looking for Z because you're not finding Z?
10 minutes before I assume if I need Z and Z needs me, we will find each other somehow. And then I'll just give up for the day, and yeah. For the rest of the day, can't really think of anything else. Maybe some preparation for my soldiers, make sure that they're ready to go. Everybody else is, good. Fucking,
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, the rest of the day is spent setting up how you're going to march about almost 100 people. Actually, over 100 people because you brought, I believe. No, you brought. No, yeah, because you have 20. So it's almost 100 people. So
Yeah.
you brought 10, but you have an extra 10 from the adventuring
Yep.
kids. So, yep. The rest of the day is spent constructing and whatnot, or doing whatever you are doing. So, yep, the night comes, and your massive tower market structure is finished.
Holy fuck, Mitchell, I just realized I set my short-term goal at the beginning of the session after I got the recap, which was just fix the shit Drake broke. Do you think I've successfully done that for the time being?
I mean, partially, yeah.
Partially. Okay, cool. So there's still more to do. Good.
Yes.
All right.
Let me tell you, you've averted absolute and total disaster for the moment. It's not fixed.
Yeah.
You made sure that the dam didn't break. The dam is still threatening to break, though.
Is that? I mean, that's
You have added more fuse, but the fuse is still lit.
Yeah.
Is that more of a short term or a long term? But then, I mean, it's just
Short term is 2 to 3 sessions, so.
Damn it. Okay, yeah.
So, yep. What are you guys doing tonight? Is Z returning to town to see the giant tower that's now over the thing?
Like a few hours. I'm not gonna do the Amelia thing and go drink for an entire fucking day. I'm not gonna do the equivalent.
Well, if I run into you, I'm gonna let you know that I'm heading out for 2 days.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and get the recap on what happened after I left.
Oh yeah, I made this big fiery head, and I basically said, "Shut the fuck up," and it was cool as hell, and I talked it down. Shit's still bad, but it ain't immediately terrible.
I'm gonna assume you left out about 1,000,000,001 details, but okay.
I will give you the full recap after I'm done being excited about it. But
All
yeah.
right. So you're leaving tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow morning I'm gonna be heading out. Got a bunch of people who they don't want to stick around. I can't imagine why. Gonna set them up for safety, and I might stick around there for a half a day or so, get some things sorted out, and then come back. So 2-3 days at most, I'll be gone.
Hmm.
Was there anything you needed from the other realm?
Nothing I can get quickly.
All right.
The thing I need to do is I need to make my wolfman omnivores. But that's not
Yeah,
instantaneous.
by the way, I did actually make a decision on that. It is going to require
That's what I
Dominion.
figured.
Yeah. It's more a matter of, as I was telling the rest of them, well, you were off doing whatever you needed to do at that point. If they were naturally omnivores and just preferred meat like a dog, then I would say, yeah, no, it just requires influence. It just takes time. But these guys are just naturally carnivores. They're more like cats, where they need to eat meat or else they get sick. So yeah, it's going to require a physiological change.
All right. How hard is that going to be?
At least a what the hell is it freaking called? An improbable change, because of your connection with Misbegotten.
Okay, that's good. I can at least do that then. I was hoping it wasn't going to be impossible.
Yeah, it is still going to take some time. It's going to take like a week to get them at least used to it, if not longer. But
I just need to give them the possibility, and then I need to let it just the cultural shift happen to where they get more comfortable with it.
Yep.
All right, that's something I can do though. In fact, I can actually start that. I know. When I do that, I want to start that with the entire group, not just with the mob. How long? I'm gonna try and gauge the other members of the party.
It'll be cheaper to do the entire group at once.
Well, no, that's why I'm doing it that way. I'm trying to figure out how long they're staying in this town. He's assuming I need about a week for the change.
I mean, Drake just set up an entire freaking structure.
Yeah, he just set up the fucking Tower of Babel, and it looks like ass. All right.
What does it look like, Drake? Let's keep in mind, most of these buildings are just made out of wood, but you can build your tower out of anything.
I also am using steel. Steel and wood.
All right.
Steel and wood, that's a weird combination.
Mostly steel, but, wood for the accent.
Yeah. Wood decoration.
Yep.
And I'm guessing you're going to try and spend a last miracle to make it so that the town people can't just burn it down or break it down.
Yes.
All right.
All right, I'm getting my boys in here to break this down.
So, yep. You come back to see it in progress if you only went out for 2 hours.
Yeah, I probably went for like half a day or something. Some indeterminate amount of time.
That's kind of what I was figuring. But show.
I'm also kind of hoping that in general, people think better of me. Just as a person.
Did you inform me that not the misbegotten, the spirit was being mentally influenced?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would have 100% told you all of that shit. Like,
cool.
This is how I resolved it. That shit's whack. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but
I have a
need
house
a
call.
vacation. I'm leaving for 3 days.
I'll be leaving tomorrow with you, but first I need to make a house call.
Oh.
So it is nighttime at this point.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
This house call
Drake
is
and
not.
Amelia, I'm guessing you guys are just chilling after freaking collaboratively working on a giant building.
Sitting out front drinking cold ones with the boys.
No. No, I'm gonna start sending. Well, was that?
I mean, what are you doing for the night? Rowley, I'm guessing, is continuing to get people ready / just waiting.
Yeah. Making sure I want to make sure no shit goes down before heading out. And if there is
Yep.
something that starts to happen, I need to try to fucking de-escalate it.
Well, before heading for the night, I'm just going to be setting up the market in case anyone wants to, start trying to move in. Like, hey, you want to take this stall? It's cheap.
I mean, it's nighttime. No one's doing marketing business right now.
No, not just like setting up for tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I figured you would do that during the construction.
Okay, good point.
Yeah, it's the entire building is ready to go for tomorrow morning.
Okay, fine. I'll just then I guess be chilling with Amelia, and possibly talking with my boys about the situation.
Yeah.
Going into the war room, setting laying battle plans.
So
Jesus Christ, don't make me use powers against you being a tyrant. Come on.
It'll be funny though.
It would be funny, but
and
God, that
Amelia,
would be sad.
what are you up to? Just resting for the night?
Yeah.
All right. So see, it sounds like you have something that you actually want to do, though.
Yeah. I spent half the day hunting. I thought about a lot of things, and I got some fucking people to check up on, and possibly beat to death, depending on how I end up feeling at the end of it.
All right. Where are you headed?
I'm heading to see the one lady.
I mean, she has told you her name.
I didn't remember it.
Yeah, Lilia is her name.
Oh, yeah.
Technically, I think her entire
much of
title
a
would
shitter
be
as she is-
Lilia Shepherd, the Shepherd of Victim. But
I do like her.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's why I'm going to talk with her, and I'm not killing her outright.
so, yep, she's.
It's called class.
Yeah, I mean, she's not outside when you arrive, nor anyone else near this part of town. But
I'm just gonna knock.
all right. Yep, you do feel kind of a faint like tingle when your hand touches the door, but nothing else. At least for a few moments. But you hear a couple of people speaking softly inside, and then the door kind of swings a little bit open. Just a single eye pokes out. Yes.
I'd like to talk with you.
She just swings the door open more, open, at least enough for her to step outside. And then closes it behind her. About what exactly?
About what happened in the town earlier. I assume you saw it, at least part of it.
I
Given
mean,
that it's
it's
pretty hard to
rather
miss.
hard, yes.
Yeah.
I believe some of the farmers from even a few farms away saw the commotion. And now, whatever that is, she just kind of points a finger up at the tower.
Oh no, it's gotten bigger.
Yeah, I don't know. I travel with weird people.
Indeed.
In other news, that thing appeared to have some type of mental influence on it. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
As I said, I don't exactly control it specifically.
I would like to insight that. Because I remember to insight the thing I should be doing.
Yeah. So, I mean, she's being honest. She doesn't exactly control it.
She's lying through her fucking teeth.
Freaking, you think I'm not just going to tell that?
Yeah. Deception is a word.
I know, but she's not a godbound.
Yeah.
AKA, you're getting it based on your facts. I'm just giving it to you for free. You're paranoid. You freaking are going to notice a lie of
I
that
probably should
nature.
put that as a fact, actually, because I forgot to add one.
I'm including that.
Yeah.
That's part of your freaking job description, basically.
Just because she doesn't control it directly doesn't mean she didn't maybe influence to like.
I mean, that's why I said she's not lying when she said I don't control it. That's an honest truth.
Yeah. And I am going to press saying that I didn't ask whether or not you completely controlled it. I asked if you knew anything about the mental influence on it.
I don't exactly know the mental state of
God.
being of, well, the land, I suppose.
I'm going to assume that is also true because she's being slimy with the way she's speaking.
Yeah.
Being very weaselly. Threaten now, threaten later.
As a reminder,
now,
this is
threaten
the old shadow mage controller
No,
of the
I get
town.
it.
Yeah. She knows how to freaking weasel her way out of things because that's what she's had to do.
I'm just going to press again of answer the question that I asked. It's not about whether or not you know its exact mental state. It's about whether or not you knew about the mental influence placed upon it.
I can't place any influence on the
I
creature
didn't ask if
itself.
you could
Oh my
place it. I asked if you
God.
knew about
She
it.
just holds up her hand. But I can place an influence on others so that it targets them. Indeed, I can do that. However, I don't believe that mentally influences a creature of such power.
No, but if you can mark someone as something they're not, such as how I assumed you marked my acquaintance.
Well, your
Which,
acquaintance should
granted-
choose his targets for murder a little more carefully.
Listen, I don't blame you. And I'm probably not even going to tell him.
I
He
can
made a
do it
stupid choice.
fairly
He healed
easily. It is quite the trick that I learned from the ancient books down in that place.
All right. Anything else I should know about this that you have been forthright with me about?
I think I've been fairly forthwith with what you've needed to know so far. I protect my village from marauding intruders. I only had one. Now it appears I have two. At least, she adds.
Who's the second? It's not me. I didn't do
It's
anything.
Knooorrrrreeeeee, you idiot. And the first one was the other cult. What do you... What? There are 2 cults here, you fucking goon.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, I get it. I get it now.
Yes, Grish is the first one. Nor
Listen,
or
I'm
Drake in this
about
case
as-
is the second.
I'm about as dense as my fucking D&D character, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Is there
And of
anything
course, the freaking singing, undercurrent threat is don't be in a third.
Yeah, obviously. And I'm going to say I listen, all right? I already have enough dealing with fucking idiots on a daily basis. I don't need to make more enemies. I'm trying to fix this shithole along with all the other fucking shitholes we're bound to come across.
Well, I would suggest either removing the main problem or leaving, as that will remove one problem all its own.
And we plan to remove the main problem. Is there anything more you know about the Stony Terror?
I've already told you all I know of that creature.
Yeah.
I don't know anything more. I'm not a follower of his, and I don't wish to be. He's a monster of some sort.
That's definitely true. What do you know about... I don't know how to put this. I'm trying to put this in a way that would make sense in character, but would also get across what I'm trying to ask. Kind of like I'm basically trying to ask if she knows anything about the other things that would be incredibly threatening to us. But I can't think of a way to put it because I'm fucking an idiot.
I mean, like here? Or
just like in general.
I mean, she doesn't really know what you are, so... Godbound are a fairly recent phenomenon. And people don't really understand what they are, even if they understand what other things are.
Well, yeah, I'm basically trying to... I know that spirit is definitely a threat to us. So things that would be kind of close to that in terms of power, or greater in terms of power.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, she knows of Misbegotten, and she warns that you should probably avoid them at all costs.
Nah.
But, yeah.
Good friends with Misbegotten.
Or not Misbegotten, blah. Uncreated is what I meant
to
say.
Yeah, what are uncreated? Can you explain that to me?
They are creatures of nothingness, I suppose. I don't know very much of them, but I know that there are some that can connect with them on some level. They're monsters through and through.
All right.
I mean, yeah, no, she probably wouldn't know about other things. She knows of spirits to some extent. Yeah, Misbegotten she knows of quite a bit.
Know any Misbegotten
which of
around
course
here?
I mean, other than the boars, no. That's
Yeah.
the main one here. She knows of others, but they're not up on the surface here.
She know anything about those mushrooms?
Did you bring one with you, or
I
are you
do.
just
I
asking?
still have one with me.
All right. Yeah. I mean, she knows that they're, fortifying in their nature, but she doesn't know much about them, unfortunately. They're a very rare potion ingredient.
All right. Yeah, I don't have any more questions. Please don't try and murder the shit out of Drake. He's stupid. And honestly, I really don't have much past that. He's just...
Well, then, I'll give the same warning that I'm sure our mayor gave him. Leave. You've done more harm since entering this town than good so far.
I have not done anything that is harmful, all right?
You are an acquaintance, as you've said. Your actions are marked by his. That is the way of this world. And with that, she turns around and goes back inside. You do hear her whisper something as she touches the door, but otherwise, nothing else.
All right.
Yep. And of course, you do see the peeking eye of the apprentice just kind of peeking out at you through the door before it closes again.
All right. I'm prepared to leave the next morning.
All right. Yep. The next morning comes.
I have a question.
Sure.
If I wanted to create intelligent life made
You
entirely
can
out
do
of
it.
fire.
That's a little harder.
Wasn't creating intelligent life one of the things that's really hard to do? Isn't it normally you have to imbue the intelligent life from one thing to another?
That's one of the main ways to do it, yes. You start with humans and then make something from that. So you could make fire beings. It'd be freaking really hard, but it is technically possible. I am going to state straight up, A, it's going to need shards. B, you're going to need to figure out how. You're not going to know how to do it from the beginning.
Cool. No, it sounds good. I was thinking
that would be you're going to have to go digging for freaking lore.
I was thinking less fire people and more a tiny little fire sprite, but that makes sense.
You can create fire creatures that they're not sentient.
Not sentient. By intelligent, I meant like it's not a fire. It can like move around and take commands and stuff.
Yep, you can create those. They don't last very long, but you can create them.
Yeah. Is there a way to make one that doesn't go away?
With Dominion, you probably
would that cost Dominion?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
It would depend on how big it is.
Cool.
If you want anything that's really combat capable, it would require at least an impossible task. And
I'm not looking for.
You're going to have to learn how to do it. If you just want to make a little fire sprite, then it's just a Dominion. I'm not going to make it be that expensive.
Okay.
It's effectively a weak magic item. It can't do anything but be existent and give off about as much light as like a candle, but
it can hang out.
Yeah, it can be a creature made out of fire.
Okay.
That is going to take about a day worth of work, but
that's fine. I'm not going to do that right now. I was curious. So like, would
it would be about as intelligent as like a familiar.
Would such a thing be able to produce enough flame and heat to cook things, for example?
It can produce enough heat as a candle.
Damn it.
Yep.
So it can light a fire to cook things, but it can't itself cook things.
Yeah, and it would be really, really bad at lighting a fire. It would take a little while, at least without good kindling.
That's fine. Okay, I'm not gonna make one. I just wanted
imagine
to
basically a living candle flame is what you'd be creating.
know. Oh God, that sounds so
Because
cool
anything
though.
greater than that would be able to at least somewhat fight.
Yeah.
So from a torch beyond. The smallest combat capable ones, because torches really can't fight very well. I mean, you could, but they would not be effective. It'd basically just be like half hit die creatures that would basically die upon being in contact with anything. At least, I guess they'd be immune to magic, to non-magic weapons, but
They'd be
the
immune to fire.
smallest. Well, they're living fire. They can't be damaged by non-magical weapons. Because non-magical weapons can't hurt fire. Surprise, surprise.
Not with that attitude.
Not summoning creatures with low magic. Godbound with a major supernatural entity might be able to directly use the power of the words to call up minions of their own. Both Cinnabar Order summons and the golems of the Theotechnicians can be used as examples of the kind of creatures that a Godbound can summon, reflavored for whatever word the summoner is using. Speaking of which, just thinking about Theotechnical creations, did you do anything with those hunks of junk, Nor, or are you just lugging them around? So you could, the smallest combat capable one is the Cinnabar Spark, which are basically just living fire.
I haven't been able to do anything with them yet.
Yep.
All
yeah,
right.
they're not very smart. They're about as intelligent as like humans, but basically the only thing they can do, or rather the only thing they're willing to do, is burn things.
Yeah. I'm not looking to create monsters. I was looking more for basically, like you said, a magic tool. But anyway, that's enough out of me.
I mean, if it's just a magic tool, I would say it's probably. I mean, depends on what you want to do with it. If it's literally just light fires, it'd basically just be a torch. In which case, it would be like 2 Dominion, because that's a low magic or a weak magic effect that's permanent. If you wanted to last for only one thing, then it would be 1. So it'd basically be a potion or a scroll.
Nope, I'm just getting ready to go. Gonna be leaving this morning. Want to make sure Z's ready too.
So, yep.
I would have gathered all my goons.
Mm-hmm. I'm guessing away from the settlement
Yeah,
wherever
no
they're
shit.
hanging out. Oh.
Like the one time, actually, haven't you been seen yet? One ran through in the middle of the night, but that was also the middle of the night.
I mean, maybe, but no one's been talking about it as far as you've heard. So,
yeah, that feels like the type of thing that would be spread around pretty quickly. Hey, there's also fucking werewolves around now.
Well, they'd be wolf monsters or freaking flesh-eating monsters, more likely, because they don't know what a wolf is.
Yeah, they have their symbols.
But, yep, they're hanging out in wherever you left them, out away from the town.
Yep.
So you've gathered them up. Yep. So, yeah, everyone's ready to go. You have your little train of random civilians with the 10 soldiers. Plus armed civilians and the adventurers. So you're just going to move out? Say anything to Drake or Amelia other than we're headed out?
Bye-bye, losers.
See you.
All right, I used
You say
magic
that,
fire
and then
to
I-
light fucking Drake's shit on fire. Bye. Have fun.
I use a miracle to shoot a giant arrow straight through the center of the building so it collapses.
I mean,
Fuck
most of it
yeah.
is made of steel. You'd have to sit there and concentrate on it for a bit.
Are you saying that Raleigh can't produce fire high enough to melt steel beams?
No, I'm saying he totally can. It's just he can't leave it there and then walk away.
Fair.
You'd have to stand there and make sure it stays going, because it would basically require him to stay there because there's not enough wood to stay.
Okay, boys,
Stay
now
lit.
time to develop fire extinguishers.
So
You're gonna need some real high class ones for that shit.
So, in the meantime, what are Drake and Amelia doing? Because it seems like most of the people in the town are not interested in peeking around this thing quite yet. Which I'm sure is a very, very big surprise.
Yeah.
Actually, before I go, I will say you should probably just give up on this venture, Drake.
Yeah. Surprisingly, the murderer of Victhan is still not very popular.
To be fair, I did play by his rules. He was like, "Oh, hey, either leave or kill me." So I'm like, "Okay, I don't want to leave."
You're fucking brainless.
I hate to tell you, that's not going to make you any friends.
I
You
don't
still
need
killed the
friends. I need
freaking war hero.
look, Mitchell. I don't need friends. I need followers.
It's not going to make you any of those either.
Turns out alienating the people who need to follow you, not a good strategy.
You haven't produced enough terror for them to freaking follow you for that reason. Currently, you're just freaking an annoyance
Kind
that
of a
keeps building
dick.
random junk in their town. So, I mean, you guys got 3 days. Because I'm just going to straight up tell you guys that nothing happens over the course of at least the day and a half that it takes to get there. You're not attacked by rock monsters or any of the animals.
Cool.
Nice. I'm staying there for a week. I gotta.
Or rather, any of the encounters are either handled by wolfmen or your soldiers, or you guys just deal with them in your own way. Regardless, nothing important happens.
Cool. I do have actually some
Stuff
I
is
wanna
going to
do.
happen when you get back because things are developing. But yeah, no, not right this moment.
Yeah, I want to do stuff at our home place just because I have some things to discuss with. I have a
Landis?
name. Hold on. Yeah. Yes.
Mhm.
Who?
Landis, the leader of your cult.
Landis. Why don't I have any of this fucking shit written down? Where did I write this?
Actually,
Oh, Landis. There it is.
Yeah, Landis.
Literally
I'm gonna
right
ask-
there. Okay.
what is the opinion of my guys? What do they think?
Not good.
What, leave?
Yeah, they think this is a worthless. Yeah, they think this is a worthless venture that's going to most likely get more people killed than
Okay.
get any.
Before I leave, do I know? I want to see if I can improve something. Do I know what they're like? What they use the most? Like, what's their biggest industry?
What do you mean?
Like, what do they produce?
They produce food, for the most part, barley or wheat. Here it's
And
actually
like,
more wheat.
what type of tech do they use?
Basically, animal-drawn mills for the most part, or people-drawn
Okay.
mills.
Well, let's just go, Mila. Let's, I don't know, find somewhere.
All right.
Yep.
And
If we
I
already
guess let's just all head out.
Oh yeah, Nork. So don't worry. There's going to be something that happens when you guys arrive.
Oh, okay.
Stuff is going down in your lands. So
Oh, that's not good.
All right, who's getting genocided?
Okay. Well, here.
Who's gone?
Actually,
no, but
here. How about we just all?
stuff is starting to develop over there.
Let's all just head
I've got
back.
First bottle ready.
Let's all just head back. That's because I probably have to go check on my my cult anyway.
Oh yeah, your cult has internal strife too.
Yeah.
The
Also,
internal
been
strife
getting
is
all
currently bubbling. It's not quite boiling over quite yet.
no, I'll see if I can once I get back there. See if I can fix it.
Yep.
Anyway, also once we finally leave, I'm fucking that town over. I remove one thing of wealth, and I remove the knowledge of basically, how to operate that technology. I'm leaving that committed for the entire time that I'm gone.
All right.
I'm a vindictive bastard now.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ! I'm glad I took these people and left.
As you're seemingly packing up and leaving, Grish does come out and profusely thanks you for your efforts.
Fine,
Who?
I don't care. Have fun with
Oh.
this place.
The priest of the falling mountain.
You have pushed everyone directly into those arms.
I don't give a shit.
You
I'll kill him
should.
soon. I
No.
don't.
So
He's making the people in the town dumb, so that's his revenge.
Yeah.
I'll
I'll basically ruin their industry and not industry, but also their wealth.
So now, rather than a 1 wealth, they now have 0.
Which means they're slowly dying now.
Mm-hmm. Well, they'll
Jesus
recover. You
Christ.
didn't destroy the fertility in town, but yeah.
Oh, Amelia!
So
You know that thing you can do where you curse a land and make everyone's children die?
Yeah.
They're now dumb as shit. They don't know how to use
No.
their.
Dude, when you curse land and make all the children die, you should do that in Drake's lands.
Yes.
they don't understand how to use mills. That doesn't mean they don't understand how to make flour. It just means they don't understand how to make flour efficiently.
I'll spend another effort to do the same thing twice. Well, not the
Alright.
same thing, but the same
I don't
industry.
actually know this is happening. It's just
I mean, you can definitely feel the pulses of power, but you don't know what they do.
gotcha.
They're not. You don't have words connected with it, so
Yeah.
yeah, you don't understand. I guess you can kind of understand it's something to do with civilization, but you don't. It's your burial is not connected enough to give you anything more than the vaguest sense of what is going on.
Fuck over their farming 2 times and wealth.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yep. And let me mark that down.
Enjoy, God fuckers.
How long until killing Drake is just the right thing to do, objectively?
How dare these people be angry at me for killing their hero?
Yeah,
I'm
I
thinking
don't
them.
care.
I was illegally building in the center of town
I'll
first,
do it
okay?
again.
I hate to tell you, that's come and gone at this point. So
I'll
If
do it
you
again. You can't kill him
care
twice,
about-
dipshit.
I do not. Nothing you can say can convince me otherwise.
I'm not trying to convince you.
Either follow or
I know I
don't.
can't.
You can't convince an idiot.
Tell me or don't. Test me, fucker.
yep. So yeah, you guys cross the distance and make it back to Slokion once again.
Yes. Home.
Back to our rough map of Slokion.
I like this map.
Yeah.
And take refugees to Becton.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So you guys start settling in. It's about halfway through today. So
I should
when you
run the
guys
omnivore
arrive
part.
with your peoples. And for Drake and for by the way, Thea, did you bring him with you?
Yes,
Okay,
I did.
just making sure. So you do have the follower of Mirek, who you might just dump in one of the towns to be safe, because he is definitely not adventuring material. So
Maybe
yeah.
Delvin and Beck.
So just before you have your conversation, Norix, to give an update
that's fine.
to
No rush.
the people who are having slight issues starting to crop up. For you, Payton, Karn comes up to you as you basically walk out of the portal and tells you that problems are starting to happen.
Such as?
The packs are growing sick of the Jerkian animals. They wish to feast on the fleshy beings. For now, they are cowed. But we will need to sort out this problem before it grows worse.
I will
Don't worry.
happily assist you with Dominion to get this thing solved.
Don't worry. I already have enough Dominion.
Good.
I have enough Dominion to make it to where these people are omnivores. Then I will. The farm should start hopefully diminishing once they aren't entirely relied on meat. I don't expect it to go away overnight. If need be, I can put some people in their place. Not something I necessarily want to do, but I will do it.
So you're planning on doing that for the week and see if that sorts it out before it crops up further?
Yeah, I'm changing into omnivores. I'm going to spend a significant portion of the time explaining to them that they will soon be able to eat. They will soon be able to, and will be expected to eat things that are not just meat. And anyone who has a problem with it can come to me.
Yep. And otherwise, Drake, you didn't bring Kagvar with you. You left him behind, if I'm remembering correctly, right? You're the cult leader, or at least the de facto one, since they actually don't.
Yeah.
They aren't technically cult leaders yet. They're working up to it. You guys just don't have the apotheosis quite yet. So, and for those of you that are level 3, you can actually make shrines now.
I'm going to be leveling up soon.
Yep.
Because I'm going to use my Dominion for sure.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. I'm trying to think. There is a... Actually, technically, Landis brings this up as well. So I'll just give this to you for free, Rally. But the 2 military forces, the soldiers, are starting to get into a little bit of rubbing the wrong way to each other. Basically,
Which 2 military forces?
Yours and the Draconis trade venture. Both of them are starting to rub each other the wrong way. Due to
they're going to be small skirmishes. It'll be very funny.
Yeah. So I'll give this to you for free.
What?
Kagvar will also explain this because both of them know that this is going on. Landis, as it is probably obvious from his description, isn't exactly a up and coming soldier or anything. Landis is actually a rebel who basically said, "This world sucks, I'm leaving," and dragged a whole bunch of other rebels with him. And
Hell yeah.
effectively freaking said F you to the king or to the sovereign. And when he was leaving, he was actually able to convince some of a group of royal guards that they ambushed to join him, who luckily for you guys are split between both of your cults. So royal guard are only in the Draconis trade venture, and the rebels are only in the Everlasting Flame. However, they're still close enough that it's starting to... Old grudges are starting to open up again. It's not quite to the point where there's open combat, but they're definitely getting annoyed at each other again for what happened.
Okay.
So it hasn't quite become a problem yet, but it's starting.
I can deal with that on
to
my
at least
end.
look in that way. And as a further thing, Drake, when your guards come back and start, telling, within the first day, you're already hearing some dissent from people. At least most of the Zorites, after hearing of your actions.
So you're telling me that they don't enjoy their...
They're not exactly happy that you freaking murdered a national hero in cold blood.
Okay.
Yeah. It hasn't quite evolved into a problem yet, but it's certainly a possibility.
I'll look into it. Tell them, respect me as your fucking god, or perish. Because I will start smiting people.
Oh, you're going that route.
Yes.
All right. I mean, that route nets you either smote about 10 soldiers or they leave.
They die.
All right. Yep. So you lose, I think, a third of your military force.
Okay, fine. Anyone else want to fucking die?
I mean, not at this point.
I'd like to gather some misbegotten, just in case.
Yeah, no. The problem is solved for right now. So, yep. What conversation did you want to have with Landis, by the way, besides that? Because he just gives you that for free.
Give me a second.
By the way, boss.
Yeah.
I made mistakes in the past. They're now catching up. Although,
well,
you've seen the world he's come from. He has a point.
yeah, no, it's... I've spent a bit of time over there, obviously not as much as you have, but things are... Well, if it was a simple matter of right and wrong, then we wouldn't be in this situation. So, I'll back you up and everyone else here, and we need to find a way to at least make our people happy for the time being. Speaking of which, we've been out for a little bit. What has the town been struggling with? I'm back and I want to make sure that everyone has what they need. Basically, I'm asking, like, okay, what are the things that are most pressing at the moment?
I mean, at the moment, the only thing he really has issues with are that the misbegotten have been, or as he calls them, the monsters have been playing up a little bit, though you figured that's probably being dealt with. Otherwise,
Okay.
the Becton has continued growing, he tells you.
All right.
Or at least
All
it's
right.
continued kind of doing its thing. They haven't really had time to do much else. So they've gotten
I
more
have a
structures.
question.
Yeah.
Can I bless the lands to... I've been playing on this fucking word a lot, but I just reread the whole fucking thing and I love it. I want to dissuade, like, not fighting or violent, because not... How do I word this?
Yeah, temperance isn't going to make people not want to fight. That's not what it does.
Not want to fight, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that would be more
Let
of a
me
passion
think
thing.
Gotcha. Okay. What are we thinking? What are we thinking?
Yeah, in some ways, that could actually
Then I guess-
backfire. Since you
Yeah.
could give more clarity of mind, but that might just make the issues sharper.
Yeah, that is...
They'll recognize the issues in more detail.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, those guys are really
Because
fucked us
temperance
over.
is all about kind of creating clarity, is its whole deal.
Yeah.
So
Okay, cool.
it breaks
I
delusions,
am
breaks
going-
lies, etc.
I'm going to... Let's see. If that's the only issue... I was expecting more things to have cropped up that I could help with. I'm just trying to figure out what the
freaking hell.
spend
You guys also got a visitor, apparently. The Landis gives that to you at the end of the conversation. So.
Huh? Oh.
Yeah. So if there's anything else you want to ask him, he gives that. He tells you that, by the way, someone has arrived from elsewhere.
Also,
I'm going to ask...
Yeah. Kagver and Karn, by the way, give that to you two as well. By the way, a person has arrived and they are still here.
I'm gonna go find them.
Yep. Yeah. They give you the update, things are happening, and then you guys deal with with some of the things, and then find out that, by the way, someone has arrived. So all of you guys can go and meet them at once.
Yep.
But I'm going to let Norix finish up this conversation.
I want to
first.
make... if I want to make a magical fucking... Let's see. I want to make a magic, like, stone oven, essentially.
You mean the fucking pizza oven, dude?
I mean,
Fuck yeah.
magical how? That's the major
magical
thing.
as in the temperature within can be directly controlled by whoever's using it.
So you want to make an oven, effectively?
Yes!
Yeah, you described making an oven.
I want to make an oven!
All right. I don't see why that wouldn't be anything other than a permanent minor magic item. So...
1 or 2.
That would be 2.
Why do they call
Permanent-
it oven when you of in the cold food, of out hot eat the
I
food.
will burn down your
No.
town.
Your people are already really excited for that, so they're all for that, boss.
Yeah.
Oh my
I threw
God.
out the threat, and other people were like, "Oh, it's finally happened, dude. We're doing it."
Barbecue night.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. All right.
Except you're
Cool.
the barbecue.
Yeah, unfortunately for you.
So, all right. So I want to also help with construction of a. I'm gonna make this magic oven, but I want to put it in a fucking building. Basically, I want to have a tavern-like building for this, and
Okay.
have this be kind of like the focal point of where a lot of the food can be cooked for the festivals and such, but
Okay.
also serving as like a
festival.
restaurant type thing.
As a note, you remind me, Theo, which village did you bless, or did you just bless all of them, or did you not actually
it
end up doing
was-
that? I'm just misremembering.
I think it was a specific village, and I think it. I think it was the one closest.
You don't have a village listed, so
Yeah,
I mean, the entire world is a village, so like it's a village size. So if you want to, you could just have the entire
had, like,
thing.
a stream going straight through it, and that's what I was blessing.
I think that's Becton.
No, I'm talking about the corpses bury themselves one.
Oh, the corpses bury themselves? I mean, I think
Yeah.
I did that in the same village that,
In Vecton too.
yeah.
So, yep. Riley, you also get a few updates that a couple of people have died and all of a sudden stood up and started burying themselves, which
Christ.
Landis is kind of weirded out by, but otherwise they don't seem to be of any danger.
Okay, I will try to explain that I have a weird friend who's totally into that, but
I just rip right into corpses. You did. Don't ask.
Yep.
and if we find that people are having issues with it, we can hold a meeting and discuss it, and from there. But the friend is kind of a. He's met Amelia probably at this point. Amelia
Yeah.
is kind of a. They work a lot with death.
Hero.
Centric.
Not causing it, but
Yeah, they had a couple of people die of old
Yeah.
age, and then there was one accident where they were building one of the new buildings and ended up the person basically got crushed in the construction, and yeah, so they were concerned, but they
Having
didn't
it
attack
possible
anyone or
for
anything, so they dealt with it.
Just have misbegotten who are very hard to kill, idiot.
cool. I believe I'm leveled up at this point.
Well, you will be at basically the end of the day whenever you finish that construction.
Yes.
So
Well, how long does that take to make? Like a
for
day?
you, it's gonna take a day. It's pretty easy.
Okay, cool. Then yeah,
As long
I'll
as
do
you're
that.
only using like stone and metal or anything like
yeah,
that.
it's not going to be anything crazy. It's not going to be like a modern oven. It's literally just going to be a magic oven.
So, yep, you get the oven built. However, before that happens, Amelia, what are you doing, by the way? Since you don't have a village to check up on, so you just have Mirek, and none of these villages have a tavern quite yet.
Amelia's
I'm
watching
working on
us
it.
Oh my
That one?
god, I know what I need to do.
I know, but you don't have one until the end of the day. So Amelia has a
Amelia
lot
can
of
help
time,
me.
has a half a day to burn.
I'm
Really
gonna
just
make
watching the
tavern.
horror. Or
In
kill.
the middle of nowhere.
Do you want to build it anywhere in particular, or just out in the middle of the area for you alone?
You know,
Casa de Amelia.
halfway between Garanthor and Becton,
All right.
I'd like to just build a tavern. And I'd like to make it an actual project that it just always has alcohol in it.
Yeah,
A sort
I'm
of-
perfectly fine with that.
A sort of self-service tavern.
And you want to build that? You're just doing that in the middle of nowhere or in a village?
It's out in the middle of its own area.
Yeah, it's
Sounds
in
fucking
between
great,
them.
dude.
Yeah, for
That-
now, most likely Becton will expand into it eventually, but not yet.
That is going to be such like a myth, like a legend that people whisper about at night.
Yeah, you say that, except you could easily find it, and this isn't exactly a massive realm.
And then
So
they're-
yeah, you
that's
can take the
fair.
rest of the day to finish up that. Are you going to, considering you didn't really get told about, by the way, we have a visitor. Do you want to notice other people, like kind of Rowley wandering off to the, well, actually he probably would actually stay in Becton. So would you like to catch that the other two are headed toward Becton?
I think it's almost better that I don't, because like
You
at
might see
this
things you
point,
don't
Because I mean the structure
know if
takes
I-
like 10 minutes. It's more the getting the beer to be brewed and then served is the hard part.
Yeah. How much, what, as far as Dominion goes, how much does that cost? Is that like improbable, plausible?
It's definitely an improbable thing.
Okay.
I mean, are you having the cups do it themselves, or are you just building a corpse to do it for you? Because building a corpse is improbable because it's undead. It's not impossible. If it's just the things being served on their own, it's going to be impossible.
I wasn't gonna
It's
do
gonna be
either. I
impossible
was
to
just gonna
build.
have like there's a barrel in the middle of the room, and you can fill up
It's
your
self-serve.
ale can with
different
that.
types of barrels with.
So if it's just a freaking barrel that never empties and rotates every day, it's just one.
Yeah, I'm gonna
For you
I'm
in
probably- I'm gonna
particular,
have-
it's probable.
I'm actually gonna do. I'd like to do two things because I have a barrel of middling ale and a bottle of vodka, and I'd like to just put those in the center of the room and make them. Maybe they
Just
can't-
have a single barrel with like 18 taps, and they all have something different come out.
No, that's so cool.
How complex? If it's just the two things and they never empty and they like rotate, or at least the ale rotates every day, then yeah, it's one. If it's something any more complex than that, it's going to definitely be at least two.
I think. I mean, the only other thing I want to add to that, is So yes, but there is something I'd like to add to that, which is they can't leave the premises.
All right, yeah, that's
Like
fine
if
too.
you try and take the barrel out, it just falls apart, and another barrel's in the middle of the room.
Yep,
Barrel's
works
just
for me.
super glued to the
Okay.
floor.
So is that improbable, plausible?
It's going to be improbable at that point.
Okay,
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So yep, it's going to be two. So yep, you guys all end up in Becton, staring across from one of the effectively Landon's house, at a freaking ranger, like a person from effectively. They look a lot like, or like a random normal imperial human from Orivon.
Hey, I like
I wave.
Rangers.
Yep.
Hello.
They look very, very beat up for a random human in Orivon. They're covered in scars, but I mean,
Alright.
they definitely look like a normal person. They also have a bow strewn over their back and a quiver of arrows and just kind of some leather armor.
I
So,
wave hello.
Are you just saying hello?
Yes, I am. That's what I do.
Does anyone else want to say anything, or are you just letting Rowley do his thing and waiting for this person to respond?
I'm gonna wait for now.
All right.
I'll enter into this conversation when I think it will no longer be amusing to watch it happen.
That's
Yep.
fair. How
So
they usually go.
Yeah, that's how it usually goes.
Yep. So he just kind of kicks back a little bit, takes a sip of a cup of water that Landis apparently gave him.
Oh,
Yeah, they didn't really bring beer. They have water, so they're working on
that's
it.
fair. Hey, I hear there's a great tavern that just opened.
Well,
No,
it's gonna be open
don't know
later
that
today.
yet.
But, yeah. So yeah, he just kind of
what-
leans back.
Brings you here.
So, you're the new godbound on the block, eh?
This guy already knows
Jeremy.
too much. I don't like him. I'm just gonna turn and say that to Rolly.
What did you say to me?
I turned, looked at you, and said, "This guy already knows too much. I don't like him."
He goes and kind of does the big, where he puts his, kind of bald fist with the thumb pointing towards himself. He goes and says, "My name's Jeremy. I come with a greeting from a the friend, I suppose.
And who is that?
A ally, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah, I understand
That's
what the
nice
word
to hear.
friend means.
He looks all of a sudden a little bit like nervous and panicked,
Oh,
like
no,
you
he
just
knows what a
freaking threw him
friend is.
entirely off script.
Good at doing that.
it's fine.
I
Continue. We'll listen.
takes a deep breath, and then lets it out. Then takes another deep breath, and then lets it out, and then seems to come back to what he was doing before. I come with word from another godbound, one further along their journey from you.
Okay.
Their name is Zir.
The moment you said Godbound, I'm like, I remember Jeremy. That motherfucker died. He was always there just randomly. Okay. Don't like that.
Okay. And do they? What did they? Did they just send you along to say hi to us? How do they know we're here?
How do we know they're allies?
How do we
How do
know
we
they're
know you're
allies?
actually from them? How did you find us?
Yeah, that one he decides apparently to latch onto as his only hope for continuing this conversation in any effective direction. We've had people watching this place, and we noticed that you set up shop like a month ago. I think it was a month.
Yeah.
He goes and he pulls out a little
It's
sheet of
falling apart.
paper, and then shows it to you, and it's just a bunch of random scribbles.
Can't read that.
Oh, right. You probably don't come from where my it says you've been here for about 36 days.
Okay, we'll get to the point.
All right, you have no right to try and speed anyone up. You can shut up.
I mean, what point do you want me to make? I'm
The
just a
message.
messenger.
So
What
you
is
bring
the
an
message?
offering of
How do you feel about shooting the messenger?
essentially
Uh,
peace, like
I
an
mean-
alliance.
I would prefer not to have it happen.
Fair.
We're not going to kill anyone. So
I didn't say I was gonna
essentially,
kill
you bring
him.
word of
That and most
This-
likely you'd kind of anger Zir, if that's actually
yeah.
possible.
No, that would
That's
suck.
fine.
So
I mean,
Zir wants.
it's fine, but he could probably wipe out this entire realm with, I think, by himself at this point. He's been around for a while. Although that
So
would
Zir
require
is-
him being. Never mind.
So is Zir basically okay? So Zir is saying, "Hi, let's be friends. Also, don't fuck with my realms." Is that
I
about
mean,
right?
I guess.
We don't know if Zero has
Doesn't
realms.
really have a realm right now, but.
Hmm.
Yeah, I guess.
Was he willing
Alright.
to
Offer a
like,
friendship,
us
and
the
if you
rope?
have information on a person named Mork, it'd be very helpful. He's like a tall
do we
guy,
know?
kind of dark skinned. There's mushrooms or something around him.
It's another character from the last game.
So
We did know a
I know
Mark.
out of character that we saw him when we were becoming Godbound in that thing. But
Yeah,
Norks,
that
it's
memory
kinda like-
strikes you as a very familiar description
okay.
that he's describing.
yeah, I didn't remember how well we saw him or if we heard his name or anything like that. So I will offer
I mean, it
that.
was from a distance, but yeah, you didn't hear his name, definitely.
Norks. It's the same thing how like in Rising Heroes D&D, we there's another character who was originally named Nor.
Well, red.
No, I'm talking about in Rising Heroes.
Mhm.
There's that other noble who's actually called Nor.
Yeah.
That was from our first session together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
give you
player
context-
characters have been made into NPCs to act as their own roles
Okay.
in the world.
Norix,
interesting.
Zero was the one who sent the message
Yes,
a long time ago.
I know.
He's mellowed out somewhat since then.
Zero mellowed
Quite
out
a
in the
lot.
camp, all right?
Also, if you happen to see anyone named Ada, if you actually even get her name, run away. That is all.
Will do.
She should be female archer type, similar gear, except her bow's like weird. Just it's best just to avoid her. Just take my word for it.
Much like a
Well,
misbegotten
I'm-
now.
I don't know.
Uncreated. Okay.
I'm honestly.
Is there anything
She's
you
a big
do know?
scary thing. I mean, I know how to shoot a bow. I can read off my script. He just holds up
You have a
another
script?
piece of paper with a bunch of random scribbles on it.
You were sent with a script.
I mean, they're more of a
And
point.
I will lean over to Riley and ask what a script is.
It's
Yeah, by the way, the
list
paper
of-
he's holding up is
yeah.
exactly the same as the other one, as far as you can tell. It's just a bunch of random scribbles.
preparation of what you're gonna say before you say it. Usually written by someone else or a group of people.
Who the fuck needs that?
Jeremy just
Well,
looks at the table quietly.
Will happily
Takes us another sip of the
Accept-
water.
accept this offer. I thank you for coming out here and to our, I guess, remote little home. And honestly, I'm happy to have more allies out there. I don't know if it's
Is this ally
100% true.
willing to do
Pardon me
anything
for
for
being
us?
skeptical. But like,
I mean, tell you that this little home you set up is not exactly alone. I'm
In
pretty
what
sure
way?
you already know that other worlds exist, but
Yeah, no, we've been traveling between them.
yeah,
yeah,
we're
uh,
dealing with another one.
it's
But
more of a if I can find you, then other people can, and I'm
Yeah?
a nice one, relatively speaking, anyway. Other
Alright.
people, more for existence, is less than. So if you come back to your realm being filled with mushroom people, the runaway is probably the best way I can phrase it, unless you're stronger than you look.
We're not.
well, yeah,
Bill, you're not here.
I
Speak for yourself, Amelia, who isn't here.
I appreciate that. And
Billy just freaking sneezes and just speaks to herself all of a sudden.
I mean, I'm honestly happy. Yeah, I'm fucking send at least my regards to Zier. I'm Raleigh, by the way.
He pulls out a small pencil and starts scribbling on one of the papers.
Are you
Yeah.
writing out a script when you get back to him?
No, just names. And yours. And
Let's see.
his.
He's Drake.
And
And
Amelia's
his-
not here,
He
but
points at Landis.
that's not our fourth. Amelia's not here. She's somewhere else.
All right. And
But she would probably
Amelia-
say something along the lines of, "Thank you so much. I appreciate your friendship. I'm gonna go get a beer."
That is doubtful.
Well, okay, maybe only the second half
Probably
of it.
something along the lines of Roger,
Okay.
if I had to guess.
fair.
Right. I have all your names. I have the non-declaration of war, or whatever it's supposed to be called. I will head out. All
You're
right.
not action packed.
I mean, I don't know.
What do
Look,
you
look,
know?
Any amount of people
know
we can
how to
avoid
shoot a
fighting
bow.
is
I
good.
know how to write, and
Apparently
I know how
off-worlds.
to tell messages.
Well, safe journey.
Oh, don't worry. It's
How'd you
really
not-
hard for me to die at this point.
How did you not get mauled to death by the animals?
Oh,
I did.
Because
That's a good
animals
point.
like me. I also might have shot a few.
oh no!
Well,
Quickly
I mean,
run,
some of them
run,
liked
get out of
me.
here.
Did you shoot any
Leave
And
fast.
animals
then
in the
apparently
route?
whatever charm was protecting me wore
You need
off,
to leave.
so I had to shoot a few.
Did you shoot any animals in this realm?
I mean, yeah.
Leave
Or
now.
any of
Leave
these
now.
animals
Leave now. Leave
bipedal?
now.
I don't think so.
All right.
I mean, I think I would know what a misbegotten looks like. I mean, some came up and growled at me, but I couldn't understand them, so I just waved them off.
But
Like
was
one
the
tried to chew on my arm, but I just gave him my arm. I didn't need it. He is, by the
Sorry,
way, has
what the
both his
fuck
arms.
Did you just say?
I
love this
don't
guy.
need my arms. He just kind of goes and pulls a knife out and slices one of his arms off and just kind of tosses it to you. And an arm just steadily grows back in its place after like about half a minute.
You know what? Why not? I'm gonna just go back to my town at this point.
Landis, by the way, looks horrified.
It's okay, Landis. It's
I mean,
not
I've
real.
seen
It
much
can't hurt
worse.
you.
I've died like 80 times.
So, yep, he walks out and starts marching back towards the gravestone gate. It isn't a run or a walk. It is a like full military march. It is kind of slow.
Get the fuck out of this realm.
No, he just turns around. I'm working on it. I got him marched everywhere.
No,
It's
you don't.
important.
Not in this fucking realm, you don't.
I love him. He's so dumb.
I'll give you
So.
30 seconds before I sick the wolves on you.
He seems to think about it for the first 10 and then decides to bolt for the gate. He makes it about halfway there before the rest of the 30 seconds ends up.
I send them at 20. When I see him not do anything for the first 10, I send them at 20.
Oh,
I do tell them not to kill him, but I also want him out.
yep. I mean, yeah, they take off his arm a couple of times, but yeah, no, he escapes to the gate.
I wanted to be nice to him.
Attack my fucking animals.
Oh my god.
I mean, to be
You
fair,
were
you ordered
angry
them to
about
attack intruders.
Correct. I specifically
was an
ordered to attack
intruder.
people whom I don't like. And intruders fall into that, really. No, people who I don't want on Smoky on.
All right.
I mean, this doesn't.
Yeah.
This falls under unknown premises, so animals are following
AKA
what they're.
attack. Get them.
Yeah, they're assuming on the attack. They're not going to assume on the defense.
Yeah.
So
I don't want us to have visitors.
so he makes it back through the gate with about like 2 or 3 legs still floating around that your wolves have freaking torn apart and are fighting over. A couple of lizards have snuck in and grabbed a couple of the fingers and whatnot.
It's so creepy.
Nature. Beautiful.
Yep.
I mean, listen, I made sure I wasn't going to die. It didn't seem to be that harmed. And it sends a message.
Not a good. Okay.
And from one message sender to another. Oh, God.
So yeah, Landis just kind of asks like what our next move is, type of thing, to the rest of you.
Well, keep an eye out. There's, unfortunately. Actually, let me finish my magic furnace, and then there's more we can do.
So I think this is probably where we're going to end it.
Damn it!
It's midnight.
I wanted to start building shrines.
We're
Okay.
going to have a short time
So
skip
do I
because at least you need to at least Z needs to do her thing for the week, so we can have at least a week of a time skip for you guys to do things.
So I become level 3?
Yeah.
So what does that get me?
Basically the same benefits as level 2 gave you, which is
me
your
open
attack
up the
bonus goes
book.
up, your hit points go up by 4 plus half your con, rounded up. Your maximum effort and influence increase by 1, and your saving throws decrease by 1. At this point, I am going to demand that you guys each have at least 3 facts. Actually, sorry. At this point, you should definitely have at least 4. So Amelia needs to think of something.
Other fact. Paranoia.
To be fair, Amelia actually needs to think of 2 facts.
Wait, facts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are those?
They are the thing in the center of the character sheet at the top center.
Man.
Oh,
Wasn't expecting Zero to
okay,
show
so
back
we
up
should
with
have 4 now?
You should have at least 4, if not 5. 5 should be the
Oh,
maximum.
God. I didn't know we were supposed to add
What
more.
Facts are.
They're basically passive bonuses. They're connections for your adventure. If you want to, you can add the town or some such CO to, like maybe I don't know. You could add Zir. You could add. Actually, no, you can't add Zir unless someone tells you about what's going on. So I'd hope someone would fill Amelia in. You could add
yeah.
Landrios or the cult.
What about
You actually could add the
guy
cult.
following me around?
It's more of a group, not a single person. So
Do I
unfortunately,
get more
Merrick doesn't
ability
count.
points?
You mean like for gifts and words? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It should be a 10.
That is the end of session, correct?
You get
Alright.
2. So
How much
Yeah.
XP?
and at this point, I am going to say that you guys are going to gain. You effectively can gain words now, as an additional thing.
Oh, nice. I'm glad I didn't end up spending my attributes. Next time I level up, I can
Uh,
grab something.
Let me think. I need the. Yeah. All right. So of course you each gain 1 for the day. Yeah, I'll give you guys 1 for dealing with that challenge.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, while that creature was very, very tough, you didn't technically defeat it in its individual way. So you kind of left things as they were. So you successfully got Drake out of his jam, but
Dangerous situation.
Which you honestly shouldn't have done that.
God.
yeah, I hate to tell you, Drake could have taken that thing alone. It would have been a close fight, but he could have taken it alone. It's not that dangerous. You guys could have fought it. At least
Well,
between the
next
3
time
of
we
you.
can fight it.
It's less. I'm trying to think of how to phrase it. I guess I'll phrase it like this: you guys succeeded at the baseline, but you didn't actually like complete what you were going to do.
Oh yeah.
So that's the reason you're only gaining 2 instead of 3. It's less that you didn't freaking defeat or kill the spirit.
Well, 2 experience or 2 dominion?
2 experience.
Okay.
Because I do it one after another. Yeah, I am only going to give 1 dominion though for this, with the exception of Rowley. Yeah, with the exception of Rowley. Rowley, I'm going to give you 1 extra dominion for dealing with the spirit.
Okay.
Because you were the one that led that conversation.
Yes. Sweet.
How much dominion do you need for level 3?
You need, I believe,
4
4.
spent.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, I'm not recording there.
Yep. Same. Okay. So, few questions. Level up stuff. I think I got everything. Maybe.
Let's see.
Can you go over it again?
Rowley. Yeah, the max HP should auto-calculate.
Yes.
The save should auto-calculate.
Okay.
You do need to add the 2 ability points, which it looks like you did already.
Yep.
Did you
Yeah, you of
increase your
course need
HP?
to add the extra fact. Yeah, you need to just add, move the current up to the max. That's all, because it does automatically do the max HP.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. It looks. I mean, most of it auto
think everything-
calculates. With the exception, yeah, you need to add the effort and influence, but otherwise, yeah.
Oh,
do you determine
how much
your-
effort?
You start with 2 for each individual for effort and influence.
Probably
Since
you
you're
should
level
be at
3, you should have 4 in
5.
each at least. If you have the, you don't have the gift that adds effort or influence, so yeah, you should be at 4 each.
It doesn't? I thought you did.
Nope, he doesn't.
My plan is to take that one wherever that one is.
Okay.
It's at the very, very beginning of the
So,
divine things.
how do you get a new word? What is that
3
process?
points. And that
don't-
as of before, it's 3. Yeah, 3 of your gift points. As before, I am going to say it does take time to gain a new word. It is going to take at least a month of time to connect with the new word of power. Or
I
word
think
of
I'm gonna
creation.
Off on that.
And yeah, as before, as I said, artifice, knowledge, and I am adding health and sorcery to the list of words that you're not allowed to choose. At least yet.
Okay.
Those are basically the words that I'm demanding you have to find them first before you can figure out that they are even a thing that exists.
How do I determine how many ability points I have?
You should have
We'll
10.
let Mark-
10.
You start so
'Cause
you
you-
can get to every level.
hopefully
All
you
right.
should have
I'll
10.
figure out stuff to do later.
I mean, depending on whether or not you guys are going to have anyone connected to new words, you're either going to have at least a week of downtime or longer than that. So,
I don't have enough points to do that, so
yep.
I am holding
No,
off.
I'm saying that just so everyone can hear it. Also, you guys should probably have someone set up a freaking shrine because they won't. Well, they will do it on their own eventually. But it'll just be faster.
My plan is to do that first thing. That was literally what I was going to talk to him about. Like, I was going to say, hey, build a shrine. If shit starts going down, I mean, just start praying to it every day, my dude. I will check it.
I can't afford shrines.
Yeah, the problem
we'll
is
worry
you
about
guys
it
don't
later.
actually have the wealth to do it.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Turns out
shrines are-
Wait, it
Misbegotten
requires
don't make a lot
wealth?
of money.
Yep, it requires wealth.
How much?
Point per level, so 3 in your guys' case.
Ooh.
I'm trying to think. Can you use
Never
wealth
mind.
drifted by the wealth word to give yourself wealth? At least for this. I'm going to say that it does. You do need to get wealth in a different way. This wealth from the wealth word does not count for this particular thing because
Dude, to
it's
me,
technically a magical. It's technically a magical thing, and as with
You
all
just
other
add
magical
wealth.
things, you can't create magical things to make other magical things. That doesn't work.
Just add wealth to my faction. Take that. Like use minion.
I mean, it's still creating. Fair enough, I suppose.
I mean, wealth. Using the word, it's like use miracle to give yourself gold coins, and that really doesn't change anything. Saying as you just do. It's like printing money. To some extent, it doesn't really do anything.
For the local economy.
So, yeah. Okay.
It's like when it says, if you buy just a bunch of gems and sell them, they become worthless. Maybe you could do it slowly, but that's going to take a lot.
I want to give. Oh, one thing I did want to ask him: how is everybody faring with? This doesn't really matter. I can ask it again later. How is everybody faring with the fucking rules and shit? I assume because they're so lax that no one's really noticed. But
Yeah, they suffered under much harsher conditions, so they're happy for light rules for the moment.
Q. All right. Cool.
Yeah, at the moment you
I'll
don't
have
think
more
that's going
stuff.
to change, so at least not for now. The population being as low as it is. I mean, most of the stuff they do either anyway, or it's not terribly difficult. So it's
All right.
late called, so they don't really care.
I will see you all next week.
See ya.
Goodbye.
See ya.
Good luck
Have a
and
good
don't die.
night. I will try. No promises.
Man, so glad Zero showed up so early. Bastard. Listen, I might.
I mean, he will play a greater part in this campaign than you probably want.
Yeah, that's not that surprising, if I'm honest.
I mean, he's one of the more powerful and important characters from the last campaign. So. I'm definitely connecting that one and this one,
Well, yeah.
as I have said.
I know that one of these two things is going to happen when I end up meeting Zir, which is I'm either going to instantly want to fucking kill the son of a bitch, or the exact opposite is going to happen. I'm very nervous.
Keep in mind, Zir is a very, very powerful godbound at this point.
But that doesn't mean I won't be planning in the meantime.
But, yep. I'm glad you guys handled that, kind of, sort of. There was no Drake death.
Fucking Jeremy. That son of a bitch.
I mean, I could have just made up an entirely new person, but I
No,
was like,
it was perfect.
nah.
It was
I
perfect.
have to use Jeremy.
That's part of the reason why I was like, get him. Because I remembered the son of a bitch.
Jeremy's gone through a slight upgrade since then, but otherwise he'd be long since dead.
Yeah, because Jeremy was just the normal guy who just happened to always be near the shit, no matter what.
Yep.
God.
Who was your party's near red shirt?
He was the red shirt, but he never died.
Yep. Well, yeah, he's the one red shirt that always makes it back to the ship.
Yeah. He's the red shirt who's actually named. That's the thing. The moment he was named, chances of killing him went down drastically.
So, yep. Sorry if I just want to go to sleep. My email again today. Nope. Yeah, I'm waiting on a call from my supervisor, which hasn't cropped up yet. I thought she called yesterday morning, and I ignored it because it looked like a robocall.
Oh
But
man.
The number doesn't match. So, thankfully the person who was the recruiter went and was like, "This is the number of the person." I'm like, I looked at it quick, and I'm like, "That looks like the number." And then I went and I actually like checked on my, the missed calls, and it's just like, "This is a very similar number." I'm like, "Oh, good, I haven't missed it. Good." But I believe it's next week. So, well, this week, I suppose now, since it's Sunday here. But, yep. I'm curious what you guys are going to do. Since you guys will have the week to spend Dominion and just kind of continue doing things. Your cults haven't really had a chance to do anything. They did have their first faction turn, but unfortunately for you and Drake, you were kind of involved in the faction turn, so they didn't get to do anything. Yeah. Their faction turn was help you guys.
Yeah, my faction turn is making these sons of bitches stop fucking around.
Yep.
But
you've picked hard citizens.
Yeah.
Humans have issues. Wanting to consume every living thing they possibly can see, almost besides each other, is not an easy thing to break.
You are right in that they have issues. However, there's also the advantage of they are a lot better than just normal humans in terms of physically, not mentally. Mentally, fucked down the river.
Depends on the humans.
That's fair, actually.
Yeah. They're also somewhat harder to control than normal humans. Like, if you unleash them on the town, as warned, the town would no longer have any citizens by the time you caught up. That would have ended in an absolute bloodbath. The streets would literally be running red.
I just zoned out for a second. What in a bloodbath?
If the town rebelled and you allowed them to freaking help.
No, I was pretty set on not. The only way I would have allowed them to help is if I somehow got caught up in it and I was getting my shit wrecked and I couldn't get out. And even then, I could get out with a Dark Fae Misbegotten thing miracle. Because one of those allows me to teleport. So I just teleport into a nearby alleyway and then get the fuck out of Dodge.
Yep. So the trouble is still brewing for the moment, but it is quelled, just as a note. Yeah, problems I'm going to say are not easy to quash depending on how you get rid of them.
Yep.
There is, of course, guaranteed ways to do it. They're usually not as good for the faction.
Yeah, the problem is those guaranteed ways typically have their own problems associated with them.
Yeah, mostly because 99% of them are burn and purge.
Mm-hmm.
And burning and purging, it works. It unfortunately suffers from the you lose followers that way. That, depending on how fierce you are, it could also spawn worse things.
I'm already having hard enough times getting an entire cult of just misbegotten to any reasonable size. There's definitely going to hit a point where I'm going to have to just accept the fact that I'm not going to be able to do this. But I'm not at that
I mean,
point
if you
yet.
get humans and make them misbegotten, then
That's
would do
true. I can actually make humans into misbegotten.
but you need to
However,
actually deal with humans.
Yeah. Hey, I've been dealing with humans a lot recently, even though I said I wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
On the fucking, what, third session, I end up being like, fuck, guess I'm dealing with people now.
Yep. All right. So I still need to continue work on the next realm, but it's coming together slowly. I mean, realms aren't all that hard to design in general, but the deeper stuff I need to work on.
Hey, hey Theo, are
What's
you
up?
there? Would you like to continue our campaign in Total War?
Not right now.
Fair enough.
I'm doing stuff. Why is there a camera icon on RPGs are fun?
Yeah, I don't know that either.
What do you mean?
Instead of having the normal, like,
You're here.
speak icon.
I don't know. Mine is a normal speaker icon, so
Minus camera.
I don't know. No idea. It's glitching out is what it is. So
That fucking sounds about right.
I mean, it's Discord's been having some trouble in the past few weeks, so
When hasn't? They've been having trouble. When hasn't Discord had trouble?
yeah.
What were the words that weren't immediately
Oh.
available?
Here,
Sorcery, artifice, knowledge, and health.
Knowledge and okay.
here. I'll just make it as a pinned message here. That's probably going to annoy me, but it's fine. And there we are. So if you forget, you can just check the pinned messages. Yeah, that's no longer important. I can just remove that. Same for that. Yeah, that's probably fine. All right, I think I'm actually going to jump off for the night. I might listen to a podcast or whatever, but I am going to go lay down.
Fair.
Good night.
Good night. Good luck and don't die.
Good night.
Yep.
Good luck and don't die. I'm gonna shortly switch over to Canada Town.
Fair enough.
I'm honestly
Yep.
Nor's doomed.
Yeah. Nora's pulling a real zero right about now.
Me.
With Zir, after I fucked up, I was like, oh, and I just started running it back. And I just kept running it back until the end. Nora has fucked up and has decided, well, guess we're doing this now, and has thrown himself into the pit.
We'll just double down.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. I understand. It's like, oh, you should try. Nah, fuck it. Just kill them.
God. Are you just actually trying to get yourself killed now? Is that what's happening? Because it really seems like it.
I'll keep going forward until something stops me.
Something's gonna stop you fast, dude.
I'll greet it with open arms.
I mean, Amelia's trying to stop you.
Amelia is just watching in abject horror. Remember when I was the bad guy of the party?
I see a light at the end of the tunnel. So at least to send my truck.
How does Amelia feel about this drastic shift of events?
She feels like, I guess I'm just gonna go do my own thing. Maybe hang out
Yeah,
with Rowley.
do that. Do that, Amelia. Just leave. I mean that, Theo. Just, I don't know, do something with Raleigh or something. Or, Z.
What?
I mean,
I'm telling Theo to go do other
nothing's
stuff.
gonna be done with Z, but
Yeah.
Find some other outlet. Make your own cult. Just stay away from Drake.
I mean, I'm not giving up yet. It's not like
Honestly, I was just prepared to fight that planting alone and see how fast I can go down to,
up until now, Drake has, to Amelia, been a fairly reasonable and nice person.
I think it's because having a harsher cult, and I'm like, fine, I'll do that. Then it's like, oh, I'm like, why try? I smite people.
I don't know. Kind of seemed like you could have just said, like, yeah, sure, okay, I won't build a building here.
You're right. He super could have done that.
I was thinking about getting rid of it, but then, like I said, he talked me into saying, fuck it. I live or I die.
It's Valhalla open.
People are upset. I don't give a shit. The thing's gonna go to the rock, the stone fucker.
Mm-hmm.
Let that.
I mean, my plan is to try and find or make another hero that can take that guy's place.
My plan right now is just to throw myself into the meat grinder.
I'm sorry to hear that.
We'll see what happens.
Try and turn the meat
Oh,
grinder off.
that's the plan. I'm gonna turn the meat grinder off my body. Get the gear stuck or something.
They, maybe that'll work.
Like with that that one guy's definitely going to be a parasite. So
Yes.
simple. The thing is, just waste as much effort as I can on him get him down and let you guys finish him off as I just bleed out.
This fucking sheep is insane. Alright, on that note.
Hmm.
Uh,
On that, you want to finish your thought?
no, I was just. I was like, you know, I'm kind of not working towards my long-term / short-term goals right now because I got distracted. Maybe I should change them a little bit. And then I was like, I know, I'll make them save Drake from himself.
So you're now trying to save Drake from himself, and I'm trying to save Zia from himself. Ugh.
Hell yeah. I think my short-term goal is to reinstate a new hero.
I don't think that's really. Maybe. We don't really have any means to make heroes, though.
Not yet, but we can find heroes.
Hmm. Why do you need a new hero? Oh, because we killed the last one. Sorry, could you say that again? Wait, we killed the last one. Why do you hear? Sorry,
Cool.
what? Speak up. Can you say we killed the last one? All right. Said it.
No, just use me as a scapegoat. It'll work. It's totally valid.
It's true. You did kill the last one.
Exactly. You didn't point at that fucker.
The best is when Mitchell was like, "So, yeah, you guys killed the hero," and he just goes, "No, nor killed the hero." God, that was so funny.
Oh my god, Drake was such a terrible fucking idea.
You did see yourself.
I know, but I only ever have myself to blame.
Red was great, and then Red died.
Exactly. He was the only ever good character that I made.
That's not true.
I'm gonna be right back.
That was pretty
True.
big fan of Tywell.
You only liked him because of the voice.
I liked him because he was stupid and it was funny.
Exactly.
Hmm.
I guess if anything, when I think about it, I just probably don't have the patience for all this fucking, like, oh, hero crap. Like, oh, they don't like you, just leave. Okay, fine, I'll leave. I'll fuck them up. Like, the chance I wanted to use effort to really fuck them up.
Oh, Christ.
Be that party or creature.
You're a nightmare.
End the nightmare.
Please tell me that Rise of the Rune Lords is not going to be the same.
Probably not, because I need to finish the fucking character. Problem I have is that fucking, I have no idea how to make a Pathfinder. I mean, I've messed with it a little bit, made the character, I've added the feats and stuff like that. Just adding the actual mechanics, I am somewhat lost.
Huh.
Like right now, I'm trying to figure out how to set up my bomb attack because I'm like, okay, I'll maybe set up as a weapon attack. Keep track of it like a class research source. So I only get like a set number of them a day. I need to figure out how to do splash. So I'm trying to see. Okay, so I have the weapon attack. Have it be a secondary attack or something like that with a reflex save.
Hmm.
That's why I asked, like, hey, if you could add edit cheats, and if you can figure out some of this shit, at least you know.
I figured out shit. All right, so how do your bombs work again?
They're kind of like spells to an extent.
Okay.
You have I think, a normal weapon attack.
I can find a way to put them into the sheet.
They're like a. So here's how they work. They're like a weapon attack where you have a throw, or they hit dealing like 66 damage. Then they have a splash thing. That's like, okay, well, make a reflex save or take no damage, I think.
Okay. 20 feet. It's range attack. How do throw attack? Pathfinder. Throwing. Third weapon.
I know the throw is dex based and the damage is.
Strength based. Yeah.
No, it's actually intelligence based.
I mean for a normal thing.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. I would like you to know that I'm not doing my fucking what I still need to do for this. So I hope you're happy.
Okay, I don't even know what you do with the level up, or what do level ups give me.
Level ups. Oh my. Okay. So let's start with the. All right. So are you on it right now?
I still have the thing open.
All right. Do you see the configuration tab?
Yep. I've already messed with my level. Alchemist is my favorite class.
All right. You see the D8 base attack bonus fort reference that shit.
Oh, so that's where it was. Okay.
Yes. So your base attack bonus at level 11 is 8. So put 8 in. Fort and reflex are 7. Will is 3. You don't get any speed bonuses unless you, for some reason, are. I don't think you are. You already have spellcasting put in there. You count as caster level 11, so put 11 into CL. All right. And put 4 for ranks, where it says skill ranks, because your skill points per level are 4 plus your int mod.
Okay, so skill ranks 4.
All right, so this is all correct. So, all right, we're gonna do something that I already know I'm gonna fucking end up hating myself for because I always do this. And we're gonna open up a billion tabs. So you end up having at this point, unless you get, do you get any extra feats for any reason as alchemist?
The only thing that you can, I guess, consider would be the discovery.
Those aren't feats. Specifically, any extra feats. Do you have something that says you get X as a bonus feat or select a bonus feat at this level?
Class features.
If you do not, then you should have 6 feats at this point, plus any extras you have from miscellaneous sources such as your race.
I guess that's just the normal stuff. I guess I'll put other stuff under. So like I don't know. So yeah, like throw anything.
Throw anything. That the feet throw anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would put that in defeats, and you would
So
select that.
select traits.
No feats.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna have to move some shit. Because yeah, I have throw anything, poison immunity, swift alchemy, all that shit that you see.
Wait a minute. Okay. What of these have you gotten from the alchemist class? What of these are part of the alchemist class, and what are not? So, all right. So, for instance, bonus feat, skill, proficiencies, that should all be in there. Two more familiar. Is that what is that from? That's a discovery, right?
Yeah.
Keep that in features and traits. Brew potion,
Okay.
discovery.
Um.
It is all right.
Uh,
If it is a discovery, a feature from your class,
it's
anything
it's
you
from the class.
okay stays in features and traits. Mutagens stay in features and traits.
So
Is anything one of the things you automatically get as alchemist?
it's okay. Brew potion, mutagen, those are both the same thing. They automatically get them from my class.
Okay. All right. So throw anything is a feat you automatically gain at first level. So that goes into
Yes,
the feat.
from my class.
Yes. Discovery is from your class. Poison immunity is presumably it's from poison resistance, which is from your class. Potion use from class. Swift alchemy from class. Swift poisoning from class. Okay. So yeah, that stuff's all there. Here, I'll input the throw anything feat for you because I have it up in a separate tab.
Okay, I was with the. Oh, so there.
Okay. And actually, you do want to keep the throw anything thing down here because it has its own secondary effect.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, with those, discovery and improve familiar. Okay. So you automatically get throw anything for free. Improve familiar you can take as your extra feat from being human. Extra discovery you would then take with a normal feat. So you have 5 feats left.
Oh my God, I did not know that.
Huh?
I didn't know that.
Okay.
So the
Uh,
so I have 5 more left.
yeah, 5 more feat choices because you gained one every second level. You gain one every odd level, effectively, starting with 1 level or 1 feat at first. Throw anything you get for free. Extra discovery or improved familiar can be one of the things from being as human, starting with an extra feat, and then the other one would be from your first feat, and then you would have 5 more to put in. What discoveries do you have?
I already sent you them.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to fucking refine them.
I think it should be too far. Uh, what are the numbers? Here, let me just repost them, I guess.
No, I've got it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. You already have 2 more familiar put in, so take this out. Is that the only thing from these that you have put in?
Alright, we're back, but I'm heading over to the other Discord.
Alright,
Cool.
see ya.
Farewell.
Hello.
No, yeah.
I said Theo. Sir,
Hi.
the last Halifax.
Yep.
Who's permanently speaking apparently. Right.
Am I now still?
Nope. He's fighting a gigantic monkey.
Fletching table? Looks neat. Don't know what it is though.
The fletching table is intended for towns to like.
To like. I'll pick it up then. See what I can do with it. I got a cartographer's table and a smithing table. This latest adventure of mine. I really don't need a barrel.
Oh, dang. I assumed that getting it to 0 would interrupt its attacks, but apparently not. So it finished its grab despite me dropping it. This is rough because I'm now also actually out of pellets, so I have to rely on just my gourds.
Gourds.
I had a string last life of dodging almost every one of those correctly. So I'll have to see if I can remember how to do that properly. Or if I just happen to get ridiculously lucky.
Both.
Yep.
Campfire.
I always forget that his legs do damage too there.
Yeah.
Oh, too late.
pumpkin seeds. Tell me
Nope. I have to jump the other direction. Oh boy. Alright.
Ooh, do the mystical black flowers from Botania also work? That's an interesting question I can answer. I'll find out.
That attack is by far his rudest. Because it's really hard to tell what direction you need to go to avoid that grab.
You say it's
And
the
it's-
rudest?
Yeah.
I love that. Pretty rude. What's the attack?
He'll do this like jump, like flying jump grab thing.
Huh.
And grabs, unlike basically every other attack, or most attacks in the game, you can't parry or block it. You just have to get out of the way.
Gotcha.
Oh god, I'm just getting real sloppy.
I'm distracting you. I'll stop.
No, you're good. Yeah, so like sweeps and thrusts, you can't block normally, but thrusts you can parry, or if you want to get really fancy, you can step on their weapon. And sweeps you can just jump over. But grabs are like more unique, and there's also no like just hard counter to them.
Hmm.
Or if there is, I don't remember what it is. But I'm pretty sure there's not.
Apparently, for the God of War movie, they it's rumored that Jason Momoa has been casted as Kratos.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like he's a pretty good fit for it,
He's got a lot of hair. You gonna shave?
probably, or put a bald cap on.
I feel like there's a 0% chance he's gonna shave for a role in a video game movie.
I don't know if bald cap Jason Momoa is the Kratos I'm looking for. Like hair bulge. I think Henry Cavill should just play everything. Or get friends.
I greeted there. There's no way that attack was going to go off without me getting hit by something. Oh, dang.
Oh, this was a fucking cool ass idea. For D&D, where was it? Oh, I need to find it. It's called the Baby Mimic. It's a wondrous item and it's a common. The Baby Mimic holds as much as a regular backpack. Toothless Maw. When a creature opens the bag without patting it first, the Baby Mimic bites the creature for 1d6 damage per round. The baby Mimic stays attached to the creature and imposes disadvantage on their attack rolls. Adhesive. The Baby Mimic can adhere to any surface on a command word. It can be released with the same command word. So it's just like, it's a backpack mimic, and I love the idea of that.
I thought it was something that pretended to be a baby, and then when you went to coddle it, it would pounce.
Oh, God. But like, imagine like Chase's character with all the shit that he's got in his backpack. It's just, if you don't pat it on the head, it just latches onto you, biting you for 1d6 per every round that it's on you.
Pet the backpack.
That's a good backpack. I just think it's a funny item. It's
I
like,
do too. Yeah.
I like it.
Mimics are a really good idea. You go, Gary.
Forget that it always starts the fight with that. It's not worth staying in for the couple free hits.
The real solution to my problem is a more extensive cotton farm.
Oh, I'm still alive. Okay. God, this attack is so weird in this form.
Hey Theo,
What's up?
in your colony, do you just have people showing up and they're like, I live here now, and my upkeep is your problem?
Sort of. Like people show up and fill out like house slots, if that's what you mean.
They're like before my builder's hut had even finished, 4 people, quote unquote, lived in town.
Oh yeah.
They kept
so-
yelling at me for not having houses for them.
Yeah, once you place the town hall, 4 people come,
Okay.
and you have to give them jobs and stuff, and then they start doing things.
Okay. Will that keep happening? Like, as
I
things
should
get
probably
built,
stop
or
recording
is it-
D&D